Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Hey everybody, what's up?
I know we have our usuals in there. I went over to check each to see who I was in there. You know, I saw a girl, Rhonda.
Rhonda, what's up?
But I saw plenty of them waiting for us. Y'all, each and I had our own little laughter going back here with Nell. So we're gonna see who win this bet, each.
Yes,
Um,
let us see. What's up, everybody? Make sure to like and share the video. You see me and KD adorning our Uncensored Minds merch. Hey,
hey,
hey
this one is the
now.
dress.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So make sure that if you guys want any merch, make sure to hit up the guys. You can hit us up in our inbox. We'll make sure we take good care of you. You gotta make sure that you
Of
are
course.
uncensored minds out, y'all.
Everywhere you go, I want to see uncensored minds. I got a few things sold this weekend, so
Nice.
they're gonna be shouting us out in this city. We want to be shouted out in every city in every state. So get your friends something. You know what? Christmas coming up, Ish. So
Okay.
I think that'll be a great Christmas gift to get for your family members.
Yes, absolutely.
We have some of
Absolutely.
everything.
Yep, great
So
stocking stuffers and all of that. That's a good
exactly.
idea. Yes.
Exactly. And while you're at it now, don't forget about raw honey for your aunties like me. You know.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And I hope to be getting some new treats and stuff for the holidays. So keep a lookout. Keep a lookout.
Oh, exciting lady.
Yes,
So,
yes.
are y'all ready for tonight? We are going to have a great show tonight. As always, this is episode 103. Each, can you believe it's been 3 weeks since
I,
we were all three together? It seems like a lifetime.
it
I
does. It
mean,
does.
yeah, it seemed like it was so long ago that I was there because we had so much fun together.
We did. We did. We got to do it. Well, hopefully soon we'll do it again.
Yeah, hopefully
Hmm.
soon. But
Yes.
in other words, you know what? We always keep it popping right here. And I'm going to get us started tonight with a little affirmation. Um, and you know what? Since T and Nell said that I should write something down, I do better with it off the top of my head. But what I just started doing was combining some things just to kind of get to you a little bit more. So this one says, I am allowed to take my own path. Never be afraid to take your own path, regardless of what that path is. Because if you feel right inside that that's the path that you should be on, then you are on your right path. And it says, I put my energy into the things that empowers me. You know what drains your energy, and you know what empowers that energy. A lot of us try to stay put in that negative energy, trying to force things to be what they're not. If you feel that negative energy, never be afraid to walk away until you can feel that positive energy. Because one thing for sure, you can never force anything that is not meant to be. And last but not least, I am free to create the life I desire. Now, that goes in hand with the one I just said. When you free yourself from that energy and get into that positive energy, you are then free to create the life that you desire, the life that you want, which would be a happy life. So I encourage you to affirm, to free yourself, free yourself, free yourself. And let's get busy with Uncensored Minds tonight. Can't hear your Ish.
I had
Okay.
myself on mute so that way I wouldn't be giving off weird noises. But I was saying, you
Right.
always coming through with a word, sis. So thank
All
you so
right.
much.
All right.
You
Hopefully it
always
touched
come through with a
somebody.
word. Yes, yes. So true, so true. Thank you for that word
Hmm.
today. So where's Mr. Nell? Where's Mr. Nell?
I know. Where is Mr. Neil? He should be
There he
all
goes.
smiles. You know,
Yes.
our
What's up?
Cowboys won today.
That they
Mhm.
did, that they did. But we're gonna get
Hmm.
right into the question of the day. Welcome to everybody to Uncensored Minds episode 103. It is. Again, as Katie said, it seems like a lifetime since we all was together, but it was
Mhm.
just 3 weeks ago, and it actually seemed longer than that. Can't wait to do it again. But the icebreaker question of the day is favorite Halloween costume, story, or mischief night memory. What's your favorite Halloween costume or story that you have, and what do you have on mischief night, which would be tonight?
Hmm. Yeah. Back in the day, Mischief Night was the night, especially in Southwest,
Is that
especially in our neighborhood. Man, listen, Mischief Night was the night. We had so much fun. It was, you know, eggs, chases, hiding, like all kind of mischief, toilet paper on cars, and it was all kind of mischievous stuff going on Mischief Night back in the day. Anyway, now not so sure what festivities or activities are going on right about now and how safe they are, but back in the day it was definitely so much fun. I didn't dress up much, so I don't have many costume stories.
Katie?
Well, I had a mischief done to me. I never participated in mischief night, but I came out one morning and there were eggs all over my car at this apartment
Mm.
we were living in. Girl, when I tell you, I was knocking on every door, asking them who in the fuck, and I said it just like that. Put eggs all over my damn car. I was livid. I was livid.
Oh.
Now, my favorite costume that I had. I used to dress up when I would entertain the kids. I would dress up and have a whole family to dress up. So my favorite costume that I had, I think, was when I dressed up like what's her name, Lillian from Adam's Family. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
we did a family theme of Lillian, and I was Lillian. So I
Nice.
really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about you, Nell? What about you, Nell?
As you said, growing up in Southwest Philly, that is, I mean, it was a crazy place, especially on mischief night. You never know coming home from school, I mean, if you was gonna get hit with eggs, anything like that. So, I mean, you definitely knew to get to where a safe place was and be where you needed to be, typically on your block or inside of your house. Um, I'm not a big fan of Halloween, just for what it represents to me, and my religious beliefs. I just don't get down with that. But to each his own. I mean, I see a lot of people being creative out there with their costumes, especially these celebrities. It's always fun to see what these celebrities are going to do each year because they take it to a whole another level and they recreate a whole different person with outside of themselves, and it's that's great to see. But the only thing that I will say is just watch out for the kids tomorrow. Depending on your neighborhood and depending on where you're at, hopefully the kids stay safe out there. There are no issues, no problems. As we see, these neighborhoods are riddled with crime and death, and we would hate for one of our young people to get caught up in that. So just be careful out there if you do decide to partake in Halloween trick or treating or even going to a party. I know a lot of parties happen over this weekend, and I mean just stay safe. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. What they saying in the
Mhm.
comments? Any good favorites in the comments?
So what's your favorite though? What's if y'all out of the things that we've seen, right? Even if we don't celebrate it, what's some of the favorite costumes that you've seen? I know you've seen Instagram, people on Instagram, like celebrities, doing their thing. Who have you liked, and what have you seen out there?
Um, who did I see anybody good this year? I always like the
I
Storm.
haven't
I
seen
always like
anybody.
Storm. Yeah, but I always like Storm. I know so many people, like so many of the celebrities, like will do Storm, and they do Storm very well. So I think Storm has to be like one of my favorites. that
Now,
I
I
see.
did expect to see a lot of Wakandas, but I haven't seen any, because just simply because, um, that was such a great movie.
Right.
And, with Chasman on there, I mean, I did expect to see a lot more of those costumes out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for me, it's two. Fab and his family, when they were family, always did it big. Whether it was they was doing the Flintstones, they did the Jetsons, they
The
did
Adams family too.
past from our
Mhm.
past growing up. They always did a fly job. I will
Mhm.
always give Fab his due. Diddy, 2 years in a row when he was the clown last year. This year he's the Joker. He killed it this year. As Janita said in the chat, Diddy definitely did a good one. Um, I seen Lori Harvey yesterday. She posed as Beyonce's "Me, Myself, and I" video. She killed that, even down to the whole dress. Had it recreated the exact same way. So it's people like that who go outside of the box and do their thing. So shout outs to them.
Mhm. Oh, the Catwoman is another one of my favorites.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
always
I
the
like
sexy
Catwoman.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
Catwoman.
I like
So
I think
Catwoman.
Kelly Rowland is Catwoman this
yeah,
year.
Kelly Rowland was Catwoman. We had Sierra be Catwoman before, and
Yes.
you know what I mean. Sierra. I'm gonna just name a couple of people who always every year show up and do their thing. Sierra, Fab, Diddy, um, Jay Z and Beyonce, uh,
Hmm.
and they're in like my top 4, 5. Though anybody, and Lotto did a good job this summer. I mean this year, and she did what's the she didn't do Cruella Deville. What was the other one? She did somebody. It was nice. It was good though.
Oh yeah, I
Lady.
can't think of it now.
But let's go to a newcomer of our channel today. One, they was invited here by KD, so they said thank you KD
Who is it?
for inviting me.
You're
17
welcome.
Brick Squad Records.
Hmm.
Um,
Wow.
my
Okay.
Very
favorite.
nice.
He
Thanks.
said he
Thanks.
said
I'll
he
reach somebody today.
said I don't do Halloween anymore, but I enjoy the parties and the costumes. But in 2020 on Halloween, an attempted home invasion changed my Halloween enjoyment. 3 intruders tried to break
Yeah.
in home. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Whoa.
Attempted to,
Whoa.
one got away. Um, so shout outs to Brick Squad 1017 for joining us here.
All right. I'm
Yes,
not sure.
welcome.
I'm not sure who you are yet, but I'm going. You'll let me know who you are. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I just put it out on all of my platforms today and reached out to some of my people who I have not talked to in a while. Or I mean, so thank you for coming to support me, and thank
Yes.
you for coming to support this family because
Yes.
this is a family. It's so funny, guys. This weekend a lady saw my profile, my cover page. She said, "Who is this? Your family?" I said, "That's exactly who it is. My Uncensored Minds family."
Sharita said Medea
Hmm.
is one of her costume favorites. Um,
So
and
much.
she said Brick Squad in the building. Shout outs to Brick Squad. If you know, if you know. You know what I mean? Karen is OG Matt drama queen.
She would have thought it was Matt Drama. Matt is out on the West Coast. Thank you, Matt, for supporting me. Matt's been a long time friend.
Karen
Oh,
says
that's
Thanks,
great.
Matt.
Thank you.
OG Matt Drama.
Kenya says she loves to see the babies dress up. She loves to see that. You know what I mean? It was always great when the kids is
Uh huh.
running around being cute. You know what I mean? That's the icebreaker question that they, you know what I mean? One last go around. Favorite Halloween costume, story, or mischief night memory. Anything else out here?
It's been so many. I haven't seen an awful lot just yet. So maybe tomorrow, actually Halloween will get a burst of a whole bunch of different costumes and stuff.
I
I'm sure.
think people are pulling away from it more too.
Mhm.
With the pandemic when it came along, and as OG Matt Drummer said, and Nell, used to celebrate it, but it's not something that I give energy to anymore.
Mhm.
Again, stay safe. Whatever you do, if you go out,
Hmm.
if you partying, whatever you do, just make sure you stay safe. I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of costumes here in the Philadelphia area tomorrow, representing the baseball team. Our Phillies is in the World Series here in Philadelphia, and Game 3 is tomorrow. So we'll probably see a lot of people um, being baseball players. I seen somebody who was a pole, um, recreating because we grease poles here in Philadelphia so people don't climb the poles and destroy them. So somebody recreated themselves as a pole and had a person hanging from them. So that was a real cute costume.
Wow, that was
That's original.
creative.
That was creative. Very
That was
different.
That was
very
and it was
creative.
actually two women who did it. So shout outs to those two ladies for doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mario
All
and
right.
Luigi. But be careful. They putting fentanyl on candy, as they said. They gotta be careful. Just trust your instinct.
Yeah.
Don't seem right. It ain't right. Um, and we're gonna move them right along from Halloween to another character who's scaring people a lot out here with his comments, his candor, Mr. Kanye West. Mr.
Boy,
Kanye West.
oh boy.
So this could be a topic that's going to have a number of different opinions. I know the four of us, when we discussed this on Thursday, we all had our own opinions and thoughts. We had some consensus feelings about certain things, and then we also debated a couple of things, and we're going to do that tonight as well. So let's start off with KD. What's your thoughts on Kanye West and this whole cancel movement?
Okay, as I said on Thursday, um, I the sympathetic side of me is he's struggling mentally. He has been for a while, and even more so with his mom. And I think that is a lot of why he acts out. I am not condoning what Kanye does, not in one bit, because it's some shit he did that I wanted to whoop his behind about. But I did notice today on, I think it was IG, of him apologizing and saying be careful of what you say or something like that, because it has cost him, his money by some comments that he made. So he is seeing the error of his ways, a very costly error, but he did seem to be seeing the error of his ways, and he was giving advice of be careful of your words and actions.
Mhm.
So he gonna get it together. Kanye, please get it together, baby. That's all I can say.
Kanye. Well, I will say the tongue is one of the most powerful weapons that we can possess. It can
Yes.
touch a heart and a mind, it can soothe a heart and a mind, and it can also cut. And Kanye has that double edged sword. Okay, he can touch us and he can really gravitate and pull us in with his music, right? But then he can always also not always he can also cut people with the words and the things that he's saying, and it's how he's saying it, more or less, not so much what he's saying all the times, because if we really think about it, some of his points are very valid. um However, I just feel like collectively, I know that there is just like this cancel movement going on, but I feel like they didn't move to cancel him when he made, um, statements against Black people, when he was making the
Hmm.
slavery comments, or when he's
Right.
wearing White Lives Matter shirts, because all lives matter, of course. But, they didn't cancel him when he was making statements about his own people, the Black
Right.
people. You know what I mean? But they sure did move quickly, swift, and steadfast when it came down to, other statements being made about other people and nationalities and stuff. So I feel like if we're going to cancel Kanye, or if individuals are going to cancel Kanye and remove his billions of dollars, then do it all across the board. Don't just do it selectively. And that just lets you know that kind of sort of what he's speaking about is triggering some shit. You know what I mean? It's triggering some shit with those people that really have that reach. And that's what's happening. Don't start your shit, Diddy. Okay.
I can't wait to hear. I can't wait.
That's all I could do is smile because it's a double entendre for me because A number of different things that he said rubbed me the wrong way, especially the George Floyd comment with the knee on the neck.
Mm.
But we were always told that we live in a country where we are free to have speech, religion, free to roam and go as we please, freedom to freedom to be you. And the moment it seems like now in society, the moment you have an opposition or your tone is opposing someone else, they cancel you automatically, or you're not or doing saying what the consensus wants you to do and say. They're so ready to cancel you, and that's on celebrity levels. That's on just the regular holistic level, right? You say something and somebody don't like it, they ready to cancel you, and they ready to bring a whole group of people with them. A number of different things that he said uh, needs to be needs to be addressed, but it also needs, instead of canceling somebody, have a conversation, a sit down, an understanding, so he can understand exactly why his comments to certain group of people may be seen as offensive. We as black people adopted this saying and we run with it. Black lives matter. The moment we say that, other groups come out and say, well, all lives matter. We didn't say all lives didn't matter. We just said that us as black people matter as well. I would like to get home the same way my white brothers or sisters or whoever get home. The same way they have the freedoms of speech when a cop stops them or detain them and have those same actions. I want to be able to have those same actions and still be able to drive away and get home. Right? So I didn't say all lives didn't matter. I just said mine matters as well. We not up in arms when people say that. We don't cancel a group of people who do that, or they say, "Well, Black Lives Matter. That whole movement is fraudulent." The young lady. It don't matter what she did. I'm a black man living in America, and I see the perils that shows me that it's not equal. As how far we came, still shows us that it's not equal out here. So when I say my Black Lives Matter, I'm telling you that I matter regardless of whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
The moment somebody has
Mm-hmm.
an opinion that's different than the higher ups, we got to cancel them. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's put it on the table for a minute and let's digest this for a second. Okay, I can understand Adidas, right? Cutting ties with them. They got business matters with them. He was insubordinate to them. He came out defaming them or saying whatever he said to them. They have that obligation and that right to cancel contracts with him, right? He asked them to. But now you see all these other companies, Balenciaga. You see these companies like Def Jam. You see these companies like it was so funny. I was laughing because Goodwill said they will no longer sell Yeezys in the store. If we know what Goodwill is, it's for us to take our used products and donate them. I already paid for that. How can you deprive somebody of some sneakers that's going because of a name? So that just goes to let you know that the world now is instead of it being legitimate cancel, is follow the leader,
Mhm.
right? It's follow the leader
Yeah.
at this point. Def Jam made millions of dollars, billions of dollars off of this man's lyrics. He put out rap albums. They ain't cancel him when he called women bitches. We don't get canceled when we say we shooting the block up. Nah, that gets us more spins. That gets us more notoriety. That gets us more whatever, more fame, right?
Mhm.
We don't cancel then. Were you canceling that man when he was raking in millions of dollars for you? Oh, it seems quite it seems quite the thing to do now that everybody is backing off of him. Where his friends at? Where the people that benefit and profit off of him? Why they not standing next to him at this point? I had this conversation with somebody the other day. Somebody was like, well, no, you can't think like that. You got to think like this. No. If my man T say something on this podcast I might not agree with, that's still my homie at the end of the day. I'm standing next to him. We're going to have a conversation behind closed doors, but at the end of the day in the public, I'm going to stand beside him because he need me the most at that moment because everybody's attacking him. And I damn sure ain't letting my homie go out attack by himself. We're going to fight to this thing to the death. So that's why it bothers me. It really messes with my mind, this whole situation right here, because so many people benefited off this man. So many people benefited off our culture. So many people culture vultures this whole situation. Man was convenient to cancel him. I can't wait for the redemption because the redemption is always bigger than the fall.
Yes, so true.
And at the end of the
So
day, God always has the last say. And this man
mm-hmm.
is only learning a lesson in futility. A mistake is a mistake until somebody else say, yeah, you can't make that mistake, but we can. That opens your mind up to say, you know what? Let me go out here and do this on my own because I got the power too. And that's what they do. Shut us up. They shut us up. They put muscles on it because they know we powerful. They know we strong. Because they steal from our culture each and every day. And the moment we say something that's out of line, they ready to cancel us. Why? Because they know we're going to take a group of people with us that will kick in these doors and burn this place down. Because that's just how powerful and strong we are. But again, instead of canceling, we need to mentor. Instead of canceling, we need to coach. Instead of canceling, we need to educate. And that man needs education, but that man also needs love. He needs a hug. The greatest supporter that he had in his life is no longer there, and it's his mother. So we need to see that and embrace that and rally around him the same way his mother would have, as a culture, as a people. He needs us right now. What y'all got to say on this? What's going on?
I mean, I totally agree. Right now, he needs love. The only thing of it is, Kanye has offended so many people, and like you say, where are his homies now? Well, my question is, has he really ever had any? Now I know that him and Jay Z, seem to be very close. Okay, look how a former president and he had gotten close. You know, as long as they could use him, like you say, yeah, he was everything to them. But that goes with anybody. As long as they can use you, then yeah, you are valuable to them. But at the moment you are of no use to them, I don't care how much money you have, I don't care how big your name is, whatever. They don't need you anymore. And yeah, it's going to be some everybody to turn their backs on him. But this is going to be a time when Kanye is going to have to really, really test his strength. He's going to need that strength because right now it seems like everything, the chips are stacked against him. And my prayers go out to him. I mean, my prayers go out to him because of that one comment or whatever. Again, look at all this other stuff he said. You didn't cancel the man out then. I mean, I personally think it was the attack of one that had the power to swipe it all from him.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm.
I like Ebony. Hey,
What's up, Ebony?
I gotta put a PSA out before I go in. You know what I mean? What up? But this she asks us a pertinent question. How long do you put up with his bad behavior and mouth? One thing that we fail to realize is he's a grown man. This man is a grown
Right.
man who
But
has
Mhm.
he's
the
been.
freedom to say what he wants when he wants. We
Hmm.
have who are we to say to somebody you can't voice your opinion? Because if the moment we do that is the moment we all should shut up. The moment we can't have a Uncensored Minds podcast, the moment that certain shows that we enjoy or even certain conversations that we can't never have them because that's the right that we are given as individuals to have an opinion. As long as it's almost like as long as his antics ain't hurting us, why should we care? Because that's our brother at the end of the day. You
Well,
see
like I say, he has pissed a lot of people off now.
how many other people has pissed us off?
I know.
How
I
many
mean, I'm
people
not
come to
saying
our
you're not
rescue
right.
when we say we need reparations the same way as they got reparations? We was brought over
Mm-hmm.
to this country to make this and build this country, right? The
Mhm.
Jews,
Mm-hmm.
and this ain't no knock, and let me please say this with all with the utmost respect. I'm not knocking nobody's culture, nobody's religion, nobody's anything, right? Shout outs to all of my friends that are Jewish, as people say something like that and then go in, right? But the same respect that we gotta have for them, they gotta have for us, and we gotta have for everybody else, right?
Mhm.
So the moment we attack African Americans or Muslims or Catholics or Christians or whatever, we all should be canceled because we're doing just the same thing. So we can't take a side and say, well, he said this about them. It's a lot of people that say this about us.
No, no, I'm not taking sides. I'm saying it's just that you're right. You got you have the freedom of speech, but it's just that he's so high up, his public image, his words can affect him, and did apparently affect him. He said today, he apologized and he realized that um him speaking disrespectfully, and I don't know exactly what was said, so I can't quote anything. I only know the actions and the repercussions that the man is facing now for whatever it was. He realized what he did or what he said, that even though he had the freedom to say it, like you say, he realized the repercussions that it has caused him.
Mhm. Mhm. And I know T said a little bit earlier too, like if the apology comes after, what did T say?
If,
A couple,
if the apology it comes after loss, is it really an apology?
right?
Right?
I think so. I think so because sometimes, see, like Kanye's mindset, we have to remember is way different. It's on a different level. You know, he's thinking from
Mm-hmm.
a billionaire mindset. You know what I mean? He's
Right.
thinking from a mindset of shit that, just common folk has never seen. That
Yeah.
Hollywood, behind the scenes, the politics behind the scenes, different races, billions of dollars. You know what I mean? He's thinking on the level of something that, most common folk have never seen or experienced. You know what I mean? So his delivery may be a little harsh at times, but I feel like if it's brought to his attention how vigorous and how hurtful he's being, then maybe he'll realize it, and then that's when he'll take it back and apologize. So I think it could be genuine.
We content create.
Yeah.
All of us here are content creators. We create content, right? We create art. We are artists, right? We create art and put it out for it to be consumed by our audience, right?
Mhm.
If somebody is infringing on that or stopping you from your artistry or controlling your artistry, are you not going to have something to say? Are you not
Oh,
going
I'm
to
sure.
shout when it comes to that time when you realize that you're benefiting off of me, but you're not allowing me to be free? You're enslaving me, keeping me held down and enslaved out in these slave contracts only to benefit and build yourself up and just giving me crumbs. At what point do you stand up and have something and say something about that? Or do we just go with status quo because it's the right thing to do? Or because we don't want to ruffle feathers? Or because we don't want to lose a status?
Mhm.
What about that? You think that man is worried about losing his title of being a billionaire?
Mhm.
He already said the most important thing in this world to him is his kids. The status of losing money, I can make that again. So it's like we get so hung up on this money, 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 money. Oh, he lost his status of being a billionaire. But you know what he may have gained back? He may have gained back his consciousness. He may have gained back his soul. He may have gained back his ability to be him and not shackled down by what somebody else is telling him that he should be or what he should do or how he should act. Sometimes that's more liberating than any dollar amount out there. That's what's wrong with us here. The power of the connotations of money has clouded our judgments and made us think, oh my God, if I do this and say that, it's going to affect my money. Yeah, what about affecting your peace of mind? What about affecting your core values? What about affecting you as a person and your moral makeup? So yes, he lost millions of dollars. The same way he didn't have it, he can make it again.
Yeah, that's what I was about
Sure,
to say.
going to
Yeah.
do it because somebody is going to give him that opportunity. And when you have such the spirit that he has, or the spirit to be a creator, no one can take that away from you. I hope for his sake and God. I mean, just I pray to God, not that he figures it out and gets on the right track. Yeah, I hope so. But I pray to God that he does nothing to harm himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's more detrimental than any amount of money. You got
Right.
kids that need
Right.
their father. If he puts out if he puts out not another shoe, not another album, song, never comes our way ever again, I still pray for that man because of what he created, and that's them kids, right?
That's right.
That's why when you take
Exactly.
these vows, people, when they say "till death do you part," understand, stand on that. Death didn't do us part. Even if we got a divorce, divorce ain't come because death. So where's his ex? Where's his mother's at? Where's she not standing with him? She not coming up. Her voice is loud enough. She powerful enough.
Mhm.
Come on, people, we gotta wake up. Sometimes certain things ain't just always about money and status and clout. Sometimes it really be about people tired of being used, people
Mhm.
tired of being manipulated, people tired of status quo, and they tired of us not being taken take being taken they taken lightly. Because you know what happens? His rants and his canceling only trickles down to the next person that's a creator, and now their deal is going to be a little better because they woke. So he's opened the
Mhm.
door for people to go out there and be them, say what they feel, and still get that respect, and still get the money that they supposed to get.
Neil, I think, behind closed doors, we don't know whether or not his ex-wife is not coming to his rescue. And I kind of like think behind closed doors that maybe she not coming to the rescue, but at least checking in on him because she knows his mental health better than any of us. And even though she's not going to publicize it, she knows it. And he is her children's father. So behind closed doors, she could be in some way comforting him or calling to check on him. We never know.
This Kim Kardashian we talking about.
Right.
This is clout queen herself. She the
Well,
reason
that's why I say behind
why
closed
she the reason
doors.
why
She's
things
not
go
going to let the public still
through.
do it.
Behind she's not a behind door type of person. This girl is and everything got to be in the public. We talking about Kim Kardashian, KD. We ain't talking about Barbara from next
I
door.
don't care who you are.
Sarah.
If you're a good parent and you put your children first, and let's hope that she's the type of parent that will put her children first. You got it, like you said, he's a father first and foremost, and he's her children's father. Maybe she ain't built like that. I would hope that she is. Maybe she's not.
We're gonna take a comment.
Whoa. Well, all the Kardashians say anyway is that Kanye is off his rocker.
Yeah,
Like they don't take in as seriousness the things and that he's saying or the topics that he's addressing. Like they just say, oh well, he crazy. He you know what I
Mhm.
mean? He's on the loose again. You know what I mean? Loose cannon here. Like that's all they say. They're not really
So,
listening to what he's saying.
let's take it to the comments because we got a lot of comments out here on this topic right here. Um, Ebony says, so it maybe is not what he's saying, but how he's going about it, right? Tell him May, as we know, is T. He said, I don't give a flying fuck about public image. I'm gonna be me. We already know that that's the case. We're gonna see that real soon when he come on. Brick Squad said, Karen, with all due respect, Queen, Donald Trump has said things much worse. They ain't take him down because he's still representing the factor of the elite. That's a great statement. How many
oh,
times
I
Donald
agree, Matt.
said something disrespectful to women, disrespectful to races, disrespectful to religions? We ain't cancel him.
Hmm.
He's still running wild out here, right?
And that was my question as to where is that guy at now when he was there, supporting him. Where is he at now where he needs the support? And that also comes back around to I think it's one person who got the power to sweep everything at one time.
Yeah, and you notice for Donald Trump, it's considered free speech. For Kanye, it's considered hate speech.
Hmm. Hmm.
Lady B said he should not apologize. Freedom of speech. Um, Diana Ross said art should be freely available for everyone, and art expression expresses truth that normally people can't talk about, and that's so true. That is
That's
so
right,
true.
Diana.
That is
Mm-hmm.
so true.
Hey, girl.
Yes, hi
We got the
Diane.
Brick Squad is just on one tonight. He's definitely
That's Matt. That's
definitely
Matt for you.
definitely
That's
Yes.
Matt.
and, and to get off the beaten trail. But Brick Squad, KD, that's your people's, right?
Hmm.
He represent Philly. He say grew up in the city. He went to school here in the city of Philadelphia. So he one of us.
Okay.
Stop
Wait,
playing with
wait
us.
till y'all find out who he is.
Stop playing with us,
He
KD.
he's a
Philly
big
is
guy.
We in
He's
the
a big guy.
building.
Yeah, he's a big guy. I've known Matt now for what, Matt, about 8 to 10 years. Matt, yeah, Matt's a legend. He's a legend.
Okay.
Big dog.
Okay.
So he said,
Yep,
Okay.
he is.
man,
Philly in the
the
building.
billionaire, the money he had that placed him there is still there. Absolutely. It just has been nipped from its sustainability growth, rapid growth from the revenue streams. And then let me ask y'all a question too. A good thing he touched on that. How many people really want to see black young men that represent this culture that's so detrimental to our health, right? When? Who want to see him as a billionaire? There's not many people that want to really see that.
Exactly.
So if you could
They
take
don't.
that man down, you think they not? They not used to seeing little brown boys sitting up at the top of Forbes with billions next to their names.
Mm-hmm.
We used to
Exactly.
seeing negatives next to our names and bad credit scores. That's what we known for. So
Hmm.
you got individuals like Jay-Z, Kanye West, Rihanna, Diddy now. You got people like them that's sitting on the top of Forbes every year with B's next to their name.
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
think they not
Right.
trying to come in and chop that down? You think they not trying to do everything they can to mitigate that wealth? Why? Because it empowers people like me, us, to say, shit, I can go out there and do it too. They come from the inner cities of Chicago's, New York's, the Phillies, and all places like that. And they billionaires now? I can do that?
Hmm.
I don't have to be the
Mm-hmm.
president of the United States. I don't have to be a doctor. I don't have to be a lawyer. I could be an entertainer and still be a billionaire? Absolutely. You think they want that to happen? They don't want to see that succeeding? Because if that's the case, we would have a whole lot more. That's why it is an imperative that we stick together like all these other cultures. Even if you
Mm-hmm.
don't believe what that man says, you still stick with him because he's us. Where's the Tyler
Hmm.
Perry's at? Where's the Oprah's at? Where's those people like that have the power,
Mm-hmm.
that can stand right beside him and say, you know what? in his lowest times, I got it. I'm gonna mentor him. I'm gonna teach him. Or not teach him, but we gonna converse. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna be there for him. I'm gonna be a voice of reason. I'm gonna be the listening ear when he wants to vent, instead of putting him on in front of a camera and letting him just spill his guts, because we know a hot take is going to come out, only to put that out so we can get clicks and views and let our revenue stream run up. That ain't no friend. That's a user. But when you sitting behind closed doors and you really mentoring this man, teaching this man, helping this man grow, or even just being a sounding board so he can just get himself off, that's what we really need. Where them people at? Where them people that y'all worship that say, oh, they so great, they had great careers? Where them billionaires at and millionaires at? Come to Institute.
Yeah, they protecting their billions.
Exactly.
Because as soon as they have
to wrap
each
their
his
arms
own.
around their people.
You're right.
Look at Theo Epstein. He was touching on those women, raping them girls. You don't hear nobody saying nothing about him.
Nope.
But they persecute Bill Cosby, put that man in jail, made a mockery of his legacy,
and stripped his accolades one by one.
Right? How it makes sense? They supposed to have a bit done the same thing, if not worse. How come one is stripped of fame and the other one you hear nothing about?
Exactly.
And you talking about we gotta stop listening to this man because Kanye's crazy. He's ranting out of crazy control.
Right, it's privilege.
Continue to keep talking, my brother. Because somebody is woke and hear you and understands it. The moment we quiet that, the moment we lose ourselves. Because everybody else is sitting behind their people. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
That told y'all.
I don't know if it's the shit starter or if it's the prophet we have before us.
I can't see.
But either way, welcome.
It's the prophet today, man. How's everybody doing?
Oh, I love the prophet. I love the prophet.
The prophet is not that scary.
Make sure everybody has liked and shared the video. This is UnCensored Minds, episode 103. Welcome to the conversation. Hello, ladies. Shout out to all the members in the chat. S Gang, what up? It's S Gang night.
Gang.
Ebony, I see you. What's up? What's going on? Where we at with it?
What's your take on this Kanye West situation?
Kanye to
the free easy, man.
Free easy,
man.
Pretty soon they're gonna be wearing Skechers. He gonna bend them where he gonna be somewhere that y'all didn't expect, and somebody gonna give him an opportunity, and he gonna take that company to the next level.
It's a bigger plan at play, man. Kanye's basically rebellion out to try to depreciate the Yeezy brand because Adidas is moving forward with selling his products without him now. So he has to tear that brand down to rebuild. It's a process.
So look, you see Diana, she giving flowers out right now. We want to definitely make sure you receive these. When I needed help with my books, an opinion, I contacted a famous author who didn't want to read my books because of her lawyer. But you know who did? KD did.
That's right.
What up, Karen? She
yes.
She did.
Karen did.
Yeah, I read her because she was so upset. I can't remember who reached out to who, but she had started following me because back then I was heavy into my writing. And I don't remember exactly who reached out to who, but I did read her work. She sent the transcript to me, and I told her, encouraged her. She didn't need the help of anyone. If she believed in herself, and she did, that she was more than capable of doing it herself. And I would be up late nights with her, walking her through the steps of what to do with Kendall, how to, be able to do what she needed to do. Because I recognized in her what at the time that woman had stripped away from her own recognition, which is the talent that she had inside of her. And right now, Diana Rose is doing her thing. I'm proud of you.
Nice. That's great. That's great.
Before we move on to our next topic, as y'all can see, the four of us is rocking the Uncensored Minds merchandise. If you haven't already got yours, or you need more, or you need a new color, hit us up. We definitely make it happen for you. Hit us in our inboxes. Tell us what size you need, and then we'll definitely shoot it out there to you. And I mean, as you can see, T is rocking the Uncensored Mind by Nature shirt. Me and Aisha's rocking the Four Horsemen shirt. Get
Mm.
it? KD is draped in that beautiful Uncensored Minds dress. You probably can't see it, all of it, but she's killing it in that dress. So
Mm-hmm.
we got a ton of merchandise for y'all. We got some new merchandise coming this week. Probably gonna see it debut it next Sunday. It's hot, so get on the train, get with it. If you don't know now, you know. Shout out to all the new people that's watching us this evening too. It feels extremely good when we see new faces, new names in the comments, and not only do we see them, but y'all participating. So shout outs again to the OGSO Brick Squad for joining us this evening. Before we go on, I know we put some prayers in the air for Barbara Jones, one of our Uncensored Minds MVPs. We want to say that we got information. Barb hit us up saying she's getting back to feeling like herself. She's doing well. Shout outs to her. Also, her grandbaby celebrated his first birthday, so I know
Yes.
she's excited about that. It's always exciting when offspring celebrates a milestone. And then also another one of our Uncensored Minds top fans, Carmel, as y'all know, who's normally in the chat, celebrated her birthday yesterday. So we got a lot of
Oh,
going on in our Uncensored Minds. We just gonna keep growing up and growing up. Oh, also too, we can't forget Janine. She just had a birthday as well this week, so we also want to celebrate her as well. I'm closing out the month of October as we transition. What's that? Tuesday into November. This year is flying.
Oh
yes.
wow,
We'll be
it's
celebrating
gone.
the new
It's
year
gone.
soon. So we just wanted to make sure that everybody got the love that they needed and deserved. And
Mm.
this
And Nell, I
girl
want to
chat too.
thank everybody for praying for Ebony.
Yeah.
Um, Everybody who was praying for Ebony, because she shared with you that she found a lump in her breast. The prayers worked. She went to the doctor, got everything checked, and it appears not to be what we think it is. So
What I'm talking about.
thank you, thank you, thank you for your prayers. We made it through, and that just goes to show that you do continue to check yourself because it was there. It just was not what we thought it was. Thank God. So thank you for the
Bless,
many prayers and for reaching out to her.
blessing.
That's awesome.
All
God
right.
is good.
This segment right here is the profit section. I'm gonna bow out. I'm done for the night. It's been wonderful.
Mm-mm.
I'm out of
Sit your ass
I
right
can't say
there.
it's not. So the question is, do black women feel safe and protected by black men, or do y'all feel alone? Good
All
night.
right, all right. Hold on before I let the ladies
He
give
really logged off.
before I let the ladies no bring your ass back on.
Right.
And before I let the ladies give their spill, I want to give a backstory to this. So I was talking to this old head lady, right? And she was like, "Do you have a daughter?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a daughter." And she was like, do you let her go outside? Like, she was like, I'm afraid to like catch the L and things of this nature. It's like she was like, I'm afraid, when black men, come across me, when I'm approached, I'm afraid to be outside, you know,
Huh.
around black men. So that's where this whole story comes. So do black women feel like they're safe and protected around black men, or are you clutching your purse? Do you feel more fearful than loved when you're approached? Do you feel like do you feel safer at home when you're with a black man, or are you looking at him a little sideways too? How are y'all feeling, in today's day and age?
Mm. Well, I mean, I think if I'm looking from it, from a standpoint of the men, the black men that I know personally, you know what I mean? I definitely feel like it's all love. I feel safe. I feel protected. I feel like I can go to them if necessary. I feel like they're in my corner. You know what I mean? But when you step outside of that
Yeah,
bubble,
Renee shout out.
huh?
She said, "I got my
Got
gun."
my gun out. Yeah, when you step outside of that bubble and you go out into society and you go out into dealing with, individuals that you may not know, I don't necessarily feel like I'm clutching my pearls or I got my purse closed, but I'm definitely a little more mindful and I'm definitely a little more cautious. Just because the younger generation now, just that respect thing, sometimes it's not always there. It's a big disrespect element that's floating around. No care for women and children and things like that. So it gets a little sticky when you step outside of that comfort zone. So
All right, so let me ask you and Katie. So say you outside or whatever, wherever you may be, and a black man or two comes approaching you. What is your first initial feelings?
If they approach me, you mean
Right,
strangers? Like
right,
strangers?
right.
Well, I'm looking at them like, what the fuck you want? I
That's
mean, I'm
that's,
giving that energy
that's
out.
what I'm saying. That sounds fearful.
Well, no, it's not fearful. I mean, I don't care what color they are. If any stranger approach me like that, yeah, I mean, I would ask, what can I help you with something?
How,
I
how, do you,
mean,
how are you feeling, Ish?
yeah, I think I'm going to be very observant initially because some people are just genuinely, trying to say something to you,
Right,
trying to, you know, trigger you to, hey, you dropped something, or
right.
your pocketbook is unzippered, or like, some people are genuinely trying to bring your attention to something, or maybe just to say a kind gesture or a kind word. Some people, there are still people like that in the world. You know what I mean? So it's a little difficult. So I think I'm very observant initially, with the energy that's coming across with somebody that's approaching me. You know what I mean? And you can kind of tell if you're paying well enough attention, you can kind of tell from which direction it's coming, if it's a little suspect, if you need to like speed it up, or just whatever, or if you can have a few kind words in passing. And so I think it's just all about being attentive and paying attention to your surroundings.
All right,
yeah.
no. Listen to this now. Get that off the screen real quick. Listen to this now. I'm about to throw the ladies the biggest alley oop of all time, right?
Uh,
Are y'all ready, ladies? Here it
is
is.
this the prophet?
Yes, this is the profit.
Okay.
This is the profit.
Okay.
This is a safe zone. This is a safe zone.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, ladies. Do y'all feel that black men like me and Nell, or other black men that do y'all feel like we're being um as supportive as y'all need us to be? Do y'all feel like that we are checking on your emotional states? Do y'all feel like that we got y'all back, or do y'all feel alone?
I don't feel
Uh,
alone.
I mean, now with you two, I know that y'all have my back
I mean,
all day long.
not just with us two, Katie. I mean, just men
Hmm.
in general. Like, do you feel like
Hmm.
the men that's around you or in your life are supporting you, in all ways that you need them to be, or do you feel like we need to step up?
I feel like they are supporting me as much as I ask, because as y'all know, we always have that argument of me being too independent to ask for help. Now, I will say, um, those closest to me, um, no, I don't feel like I can depend on
Mhm.
them. And in actuality, the ones that I have been able to depend on like that have been Caucasian.
All right, hold on, Katie. I want to stay right there. So the people that you're saying you can't depend on, that's closest to you.
Hmm.
Are you having these conversations with them?
Mm, no.
Why not?
Mhm.
I mean, I have a couple of times with one, and it just didn't go well.
Okay. What
See,
about you?
Yeah, I feel like the circle of men that I have around me, I feel like definitely are very supportive, very mindful, um, there if necessary. And, they kind of just vibe off of me. You know what I mean? So they kind of know when I'm depleted. They kind of know when, I'm not in a good mental space. Sometimes without me even having to say, it could just be something um that they're feeling or picking up, and they step up, even if it's just something small, a small gesture. Can I do anything for you? Is you need to talk, whatever the case may be. And so I feel secure in my circle of men that I have around me right now.
All right, now, as you see, the black women and even other women as well. Do you see them being supported, or do you see them on their gung ho shit? Like I'm out here by myself and I'm doing my shit.
Can I answer, not answer that, but can I also be candid and honest?
All right,
And something that you said earlier, I want to actually be honest and say, because you said, are they also giving you emotional support?
right,
Emotions. I'm gonna actually say I fall short of that. As much as I want, as much as a supporter that I am, and a advocate of positivity and just being amazing, I fall short on checking on your emotional state. You
right,
know what I mean? And it's not for lack of caring. It's just that's just not. I don't know. As we talked about before, the emotional intelligence still haven't been taught that. So as
right,
you learn from certain things like this, these conversations right here are learning experiences, and it makes you open your mind and say, all right, that's another aspect that I need to incorporate in my protection.
right,
Thank you for asking that question. And thank you, ladies, for being candid. So I am going to say I fall short a lot of times on checking on emotional support. Now, if I talk to somebody in my circle or whatever, or people I know, and they need support, I'm always there to say, hey, things are going to be all right. You got this. You know what I mean? You're amazing. You can handle it. Or giving them different scenarios to show them that they're stronger than what they thought they were and bigger than what they even perceive themselves as. But as far as the emotional side of it, I fall short. So again, that's something that I need to work on and get better at. Now to answer your question to your now to answer the question to the question that you put out there, um, I think we all could do a better job at protecting our ladies. Um, I think just we're just so wrapped up in a number of different things that we got going on, whether it be ourselves, our jobs, our careers, our responsibilities, and things like that. That yes, that's a aspect that we also incorporate, but we could be doing a little bit better job. But then, two ladies communicating that a little bit more to us helps
right,
us as well. I know y'all say all the time that we should know that. That's a
right,
characteristic that we should be keen on. But again, if you feel like something is lagging and you need more of it, or you don't feel like you're getting that, speak on it. Speak on it, because bringing it to somebody's attention doesn't mean they don't care. It just means they put it at the forefront of their mind a little bit more. They think about it consistently more because you've regurgitated that back up to them. We got so much going on in our heads that the moment you say something, it goes from here halfway to now the frontal lobe, and now we're conscientious and paying attention to it if they really care. So to answer that question,
All right, now I wanna start with Katie on this because she said that there may be some men around that she has a certain issues with, and she's tried to talk to them, but to no avail. So in problem solving, Katie, how would you want to move forward? Do you just leave it where it is, or how would you like to move forward to correct that?
Well, if I see that there's no correction there, I just
You serial killer, cut the asses out your life.
well, no, it's not that I don't that I cut them out my life. I cut them out of any expectations.
Okay.
so to speak. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a better
But
word for it.
but do you think that that's fair to you?
I mean, is it fair to me if I ask and get cussed out?
No, I'm saying is it fair to you if they're not obliging, like you're trying to communicate with this with them, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
obliging. So now you just what you just said. What was the last thing you just said? How you handle it? You cut off expectations. So now
Uh-huh.
you cut off expectations. So
Mm-hmm.
do you think that that's fair to you in cutting off expectations?
Um, it well, it doesn't matter if it's fair to me or not. I mean, if I know that I can't expect anything from you, I just cut off expectations. Now, um, maybe
So
it's not
so
fair to me
that's what I'm
because
asking. That's what I'm asking. So you cool with taking that L?
yeah, I mean, hell, ain't nothing I can do. I can't change them. I mean, and if it's somebody that's not prominent in my life, then I have no problem, like just walking away. But in some cases, it's some that are not as easy to walk away from, you know. But it's ways to put distance. I mean, it's just something that I've come to expect. And in that, it made me cautious of everyone around me. That's
That's what
when
I'm
I
trying to
guess
get
the
to.
wall comes up.
Right.
You know what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
trying to get to.
Because I've been, this one, expectations fail. This one, expectations fail. This one. And I realize it's, probably, no, it is. It's the wrong people who I am putting that trust into. But you never know then who you can put that trust into once you've been let down so many times. So that was why I, said it was bad to say, but the one that I have been able to depend on is a Caucasian.
I can't. Look at those face. I can't. I can't. All right,
Look
now,
at him.
now,
Now got that. What you talk about, Willis face? That's
Yeah,
his
I'm
face right
glad that
now.
I can't see his face that good.
now,
I have to go
now,
back and see it.
you
let's
know,
go. No, no,
no, no, no,
no,
I'm not
no.
addressing that. I'm not addressing that. I'm not
Yeah.
addressing that. But she makes some good points, and I just wanted to touch on some of the points that she made, and say I think we put expectations on people, be it fair or unfair,
Right.
and we got to realize that people are people. We all are imperfect individuals, so we going to be unperfect. So everybody offers up something differently,
Right.
right? So we quick to cut people off. That person could offer something up in our lives that we are not communicating the right way with.
Right. That's what I'm
So
trying to get to.
sometimes we be premature in our cutoff because it didn't benefit us at that moment, but down the line they could be a total benefit and walk us through some of the biggest storms that we've had
Right.
and offer up themselves in a way that they know how that best benefits you at that moment. So, like I said before, I don't place anyone on a pedestal because the moment they I look at them or the moment I come to them or something happens and they're not perfect in my mind, then I lose all hope for them. So that I let everybody be themselves
Right.
and you deal with them accordingly. And at some point they learn from things that they didn't understand or they mature in areas that they may have not had that teaching yet, right?
Right.
Just 5 minutes ago, emotional support was brought to my attention, and I realized, damn, that's a part of checking in.
Right.
Checking in on a woman's emotional state could be a little different than me hollering at my homie.
Right.
I don't have to check on his emotional state because he gonna tell me he good.
Right.
But I'm checking and letting him know he got me as a friend. I'm here for him, whatever, whatever. Or just like, yo, dog, you cool. Where on the other hand, I might have to, yo, Ish, you cool today? What's up? I know you wasn't feeling well last week. How's your emotional? because not feeling well can do things to her emotions over the
Mm-hmm.
course of her being sick for close to a month, 2 months. So now instead of me saying, yo, what's up, and just calling to holler at you, yo, what's up, I'm calling to holler at you. How you feeling? How you doing emotionally?
Mm-hmm.
So people learn
Mm-hmm.
from certain things because they're ready to learn at that moment. So we cut people off prematurely and we don't give them the opportunity to grow within themselves. And then you hurt yourself because you've cut somebody out who at some point can be more for you than you are for yourself at that moment.
All right, hold on now, because I want to get into what Valenia is talking about, and this is a thing that I know a lot of you women go through, and probably some of us men as well. So even though you speak on certain topics and nothing changes, and then when you bring it up again, they get an attitude, they don't want to talk about it. This is something that you still have to push through. This is something that you still have to fight through to communicate, to find compromises and common grounds. Because if you just allow people to get away with this kind of shit, somebody ain't gonna be happy. At the end of the day, that ain't gonna work for somebody. That ain't gonna work. So you gotta find a way to break through that. Like, even if they get an attitude, I would say try to say it to them in a different way. Like, put a spin on it. Try to say it to them in a different way or at a different time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes people could be going through their own emotional situations,
Right.
and you come with that, and it could green light them.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Mm-hmm.
true.
And
That's
they
true.
don't mean it. They
That's
don't mean
true.
to come out that way. It's just they probably got the weight of some kind of issue on their shoulder, and here come this is just going to push them over the edge.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
that
know?
is so true. That is so, and that's another reason when I say that I don't ask for help. A lot of times it's not for my, it's not out of because I feel like I'm entitled. It's because I feel like, well, this person got enough on them. I'm not about to add on to it. It's a lot of times that's what it's about for me. I,
Right.
I don't want to add my bullshit
All
going
right.
on with
Right.
what they going,
I
what
get
they got
offended.
going
I
on.
get
That's
offended
what
when
I was
people do
about to
that.
say. That's what I was about to
I
say.
get offended when people do that because you're
Yes.
speaking for me.
Right.
Well, I
If
mean,
you
that's
come to
just me.
me and I can't
That's
do
just
it,
me.
but
That's just me. I mean, I'm gonna put I put other people's feelings ahead of mine
Right.
a
Right,
lot of
Katie.
is
times
that
when it
really
comes to stuff
somebody's
like
feelings
that.
though?
Hold on.
Because
Hold
that
on.
person could be like, I really don't feel like that. I really, you could
Hold
cut.
on. Hold on. Now, I hear what you're saying, KD,
Mhm.
and I think that y'all be thinking that y'all being considerate doing that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still a matter of, I would be like, damn, KD, you could have told me.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know
Right.
nothing about. No matter what I got going on, if like you could be in the hospital with a serious illness and not tell me just because I got some shit going on, and I didn't miss the whole shit with you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you're trying to be considerate in these times, like certain shit you still got to speak on. Like,
Right.
this is what it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Yeah.
Also, too,
That's true.
reality checks. Reality smacks you at different points. Somebody could be saying something to you over and over and over and over again, but it be when you wake up to see it. It be when you hit reality, or they could word it a way that now you see the error in your ways. Prime
Right.
example: somebody I love dearly, somebody who I respect, who I love to the end of time, said we whatever said no, I don't feel comfortable talking to you. That's never how it should be for somebody who's in your life,
Right.
family, friends, or
Mm-hmm.
whoever, to say that. That's a hard pill to swallow. And the reason why it is because you hopefully open yourself up to these people. This is your circle. These are the people who you've entrusted with your heart and you've given them the space to be them in it, right? So when they
Mm-hmm.
say they don't feel comfortable with even having a normal, minimal conversation or a conversation about something that's bothering them, that makes you step back and be like, damn,
What do I
how
do?
did it get to this point and how can I correct it?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Mm-hmm.
we so
Mm-hmm.
quick to walk away from somebody without having those type of conversations or just even giving that type of just comment, we don't allow that person to sit back and wallow in what you said and learn from that and go forward and be better.
Mm-hmm.
And people, again, see, you said this earlier and I'll touch on it again. A person wakes up when they're ready to wake up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We want them to do it when we want them to do it, and we want them to move immediately when we say something. But ultimately, that person to digest that information, process it, and put it into action, how they can put it into action. And I think we as people forget that, and we want them to move at our pace, and then we get so upset when they don't, and it causes even more issues.
All right, now I want to get into another stage of this on this topic before we get out of here. So, ladies, when you're feeling alone or you get comfortable in that aloneness, are you even allowing men to be supportive and help you?
I'm not easily.
I'm not.
I mean, and that's just being truthful. Like I say, because I have built that wall up against the ones that I had the expectancy from. I built the wall up, and yeah, it's um, I'm not easy access. I'll be the first to admit that.
Yo, KD crazy, y'all.
Thanks.
I don't know if y'all know that.
Stereotypical.
Why you say that,
KD crazy,
Nell?
y'all.
Why
Why
you
you
say
say
that?
When we first opened this topic up, you said I feel comfortable with you and Nell, T and Nell.
Well, I do.
T and Nell said,
Okay.
KD, we got you. Episode 100, we got you. KD went and did everything on her damn own, only to spin a block. But y'all know KD took the
But
bus to the
y'all were
venue.
there for me, and
Y'all know KD
I
didn't even want a car ride. She took the bus to the venue. How crazy this woman
Nell,
is.
stop it, stop it.
He got on a
Now cut
52
it
bus
out.
on
Nell is
52nd Street and took the bus.
All right.
no, that's not true. That's not true.
Hold on now, because this is a serious place to be at right here. Renee, everybody is not headstrong. That's a misconception. A lot of people are mentally, they have mentally weakness. Some at different places. So everybody is not headstrong. And some people need more help and some people need to ask for more help, and we got to give people more help without them asking as well.
What's this though? What's this, Diana? Because this is your hour. If it was the right man, I'll be okay with asking, what's the right man?
Right.
Somebody that's open, and I think what she's probably meaning is somebody that's open and receptive to listening.
But that's
Somebody
what
you
I'm
feel
saying.
safe with.
Somebody you feel safe with, somebody that you
Yeah.
can be expressive and you're not shut down or you're not shut out or you're not told, okay, I don't want to hear it. You're repeating yourself.
Even if it's somebody that you don't feel safe with, are we just leaving shit here? Like, how old are we now? Like, we at some point we gotta stop just leaving shit there, and we gotta work through some shit. Like, so either I'm gonna talk to you and we gonna work through this, or we have to go separate ways. I'm not just gonna sit here and be unhappy because you can't communicate or I can't communicate with you.
Also, are we all looking at ourselves saying, am I communicating the right way?
Right.
Because when you're mixing two adults together, you can't talk to people in the old kind of way and expect for them to reciprocate what you need them to reciprocate.
But now, most of the time, when you have someone that is not receptive, that is not receptive, typically your approach is very soft. Right. It's very mild mannered because you're already anticipating that rejection. So it's like, I'm feeling some type of way and I need to say something, but let me say it softly. Let me tiptoe around because I already know some of the things that this might trigger him or trigger who I'm speaking to.
Ish, say we were having an argument and you're trying to communicate something to me, and then I'm still getting attitude and not talking to you about it, and you let it go, ain't you letting me off the hook?
Mm-mm.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I
Y'all,
mean, I
y'all
feel like you might feel
about
like I'm
we
letting you off the hook, but on the other end of it, I got my little notepad out and I'm checking shit off. Like, and but and I'm not saying by any means necessary that that is the right way to operate. I'm just saying, like, how many times am I going to try to get through to you, communicate to you my feelings or what I'm going through, etc. And you're just going to keep, shutting the door, telling me that it's not the right time, or telling me that you don't want to hear this shit, or telling me that what I'm saying is craziness, or just whatever, just not being receptive and open to my feelings and emotions. Well, then, okay, I ain't gonna talk about it no more. I'm just gonna make a little mental note.
so let's stay there. Help us out with that then.
All right.
Help us out with those that struggle with that. What can we do so it doesn't get to that point? Or if it reached that point, what can we do to fix it?
Yeah, I mean, I know it's difficult, and now you made a good point. You said, sometimes people are dealing with their own things. People have a lot of outside influences going on all at one time, and it may not be the right time to discuss certain things, and but then at that point in time, I just think that the lines of communication just can be a little more softer, and that what, I hear you. I know you're going through something. I know you're feeling a kind of way, but I just can't address this right now. Can we talk about it at a later time? And we can tackle, what you're feeling, versus I don't want to hear this the same shit. You know what I mean? You saying the same thing, whatever. Like however the approach may be. And I'm not saying all people communicate like that, but I'm saying most of the times this is what we could be faced with. And this is why, women like Katie and I will just, okay, we ain't asking, we're not saying, we're not expressing, because
Right. So Ish,
too
I want to
much.
I want to stay right there, Ish. So in that time when I'm saying that you're saying the same shit, are y'all working towards communicating how this is affecting you, why we need to change this? Or y'all just, with the same, or are you explaining it? Like, are you getting into detail about how it affects you, what specifically you need to change, or are you just staying on that one thing?
Staying on that one thing.
But
Because
that's
if I'm coming to you telling you that I'm having a problem, then me telling you that me having a problem and you not even giving a fuck about my problem ain't gonna be no different either.
So
So
that's what I'm saying. As men, if we don't know how that's affecting you, then we might not take it seriously. So if you break it down and tell us how it's affecting you or why it's affecting you, then maybe we can take it, a different way.
But how can we break it down when we can't talk to you? That's what Isha's saying.
That's
When
what
we bring
that's
it
what
to
I'm
you,
saying. That's what I'm saying, Katie. You can't talk to me because you're only saying that one thing. You're not breaking it down. You're not giving
but
me the specifics.
okay, well, when we bring that one thing to you, tell us, look, I need this broken down. Obviously, you are not delivering this the right way
That's,
to me.
that's what I'm saying,
we
Katie.
we stay we
Instead
stay
of
there.
just saying I ain't got time for this shit, you done brought this shit to me over and over
All right.
again.
So what if you bring something? What if you bring it to that person and they say, "What are you talking about?"
Right,
And your response is, "You know what I'm talking
right,
about." We're actually
right,
not doing that to be smart. Sometimes we really could just not really be understanding where you coming from or
right,
saying, and we want you to clarify it in the dumbest of forms so we can know exactly what point to tackle. Because it be so many random things being said
right,
that we just be like, "What are you talking about?" And why
right,
can't it just be like, "All right, he asked what I'm talking about, so let me dumb it down for him because we are actually having a conversation."
right,
Now, here's where the problem come in with that. When you ask a woman that and you really want the answer, we go deep. Y'all are
okay.
not that patient. We
Who?
go deep and we start telling you, we start rambling off and we get deep. We get emotional. Y'all don't have that type of patience.
KD, I'll agree with you, and I'll say that sometimes we don't have those type of patience, but you still got to do it. You still got to do the work.
But if you're not gonna have the patience to listen it out and listen to it, what good is it?
KD, if I'm sitting right here, hold on, If I'm sitting right here, no matter how bad my patients are, I have no choice but to fucking listen to this shit.
Well,
So just
if you're
get it
gonna sit
out,
there and listen,
spit it out.
All right, so that you made a great point, KD. You said y'all don't listen or what, but how are you the gauge of what I'm listening to or understanding? If I asked you what are you talking about, I'm actually giving you the floor to tell me what you're talking about. If you choose to go off on a tangent, that's what you chose to do.
Right.
Does that really benefit the topic of conversation that you brought to my attention on another topic? So what we basically saying is, well, we trying to understand what you're talking about each and every time. Stay on that.
Right.
Let's clear that up first, and then we can move on to everything else. Don't just spew shit just because you emotional. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, you're not getting what you really came out to say. Are you?
but we have became emotional because we have brought this to your attention, and on several occasions you said, "I don't want to hear the shit."
All right,
That's when we
KD, you know
become
what you're doing right
emotional.
now. You know what you're doing. You're being emotional because
Right.
we're asking for clarification and we're asking for one extra step, and you're telling us why you can't do that extra step. So
Right.
it's only going to hurt you because now what I hear
No,
is
I'm trying to tell you, we become emotional
I,
because you have pushed
we
us
get
away
it.
so many
But that's
times.
what I'm
Got it
saying,
that you became
KD. At some
emotional. We
point, you
just
have to
asked you.
check that emotion.
Yeah, we just asked you to
Even if
focus.
you have to come back, you have to come back. But you gotta check that fucking emotion.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we get it. We cool. We know that you're emotional. We see
Right.
it. We hear it. And all I said, and all we're saying is, all right, tell me what you're talking about so we can address that.
Right.
You're defending why you keep going instead of saying, all right, let me address that, and
Right.
then we can
Instead of
address
fucking
other
complaining
things.
and shit.
We're just saying address that, and we can talk continuously over different things. Hey, we got to listen to each other. I think that's what we're trying to say. Listening to each other helps us both get to a common ground,
Right.
Mhm.
right? You can have a
Hmm.
disagreement. We could be damn near howling and screaming at each other, but I might see your emotion and I might say, damn, she's emotional, she's upset. And that shit might make me emotional. She sees that her nurturing qualities is going to bring us back to shit. I really don't mean this, babe. I just miss you, or I feel this type of way. It could be a number of different things that both parties could be feeling at that same time.
That's
And when you
true.
slow down sometime and really hear each other, you kind of can make a better understanding, or you could get a better firm grip on what that person is saying.
Mhm.
If I say what you're talking about and you get defensive because I ask you what you're talking about, that's
Right.
only hurting both of us. Because I really don't know what you're talking about, or I'm trying to understand exactly what you're talking about because you're saying so much.
No.
Well, maybe don't say what you're talking about. Maybe say, "Hey, I'm trying to understand what the fuck you saying." No, I'm
But
just joking. But
but then
like
then let's go
Hmm.
back to a
sometimes,
couple. Ish, you know I got receipts. Let's go back to a
yeah.
couple shows when we said, "Would you change
Right.
for your relationship, or would you conform?" So you want me to conform the way I ask a question
Right.
because it sounds good to your ears, or do
Right.
you really just want to get to the bottom of it and make it work?
Hmm.
Because I'm
You're
not being
right.
smart. I'm not being like take the sarcasm out of it. Because y'all be
Hmm.
when y'all emotional, y'all getting y'all emotional bag.
That's
Y'all
what I was
really be
about
being
to say.
sarcastic.
That's what I was about to say.
I'm
No.
asking a
No.
question, so I don't
Yeah.
want
Listen,
to get
no.
my bag.
No.
Hmm.
Listen.
You're right.
Listen. How old are y'all? Like, can y'all take the
Yeah.
tantrum,
You're right.
take the tantrums out of it, and fucking gather your words. Take the tantrum out of it, gather your words, and say what you need to say.
Reason why, like,
I agree.
if I'm going like you already know, y'all, I take y'all on this journey with me going through different counseling sessions and shit like that. The counselor said, well, maybe you should just say, ask a question. And my question is, well, what you're talking about, so you can clarify what you're talking about. That's not me being smart. It really is me asking because I care. Because I could really be like, yo, get the fuck out my face. I don't really
Right.
feel like hearing that shit.
Right.
Fuck out here. I could go how
Hmm.
East said. East described me to a T, you never had an argument with me about life to the T. I was like, damn, each you talk to my counselor, you talk to somebody. But trying to understand that, curtail that, and get that under control, right? So that's not rearing its ugly head. You try to ask a question so you can understand, or you pause and let them talk, and then they talking for hours, or they ask you a question and then y'all answer it. Yeah. You got to give the person the opportunity to digest what you're saying and move for it, move with it.
Age should have nothing to do with you're not a kid. I'm not gonna keep allowing. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna keep allowing y'all fucking females to throw out this I'm emotional, we're emotional creatures.
Wait a minute, did the prophet leave?
Wait, the shit starter has now entered the building.
I'm sick of that. I'm sick
All right,
of that.
so this the thing.
I'm sick of that fucking excuse. Like, how long y'all gonna use that as an excuse?
But I see people in the comments saying men throw temper tantrums too, T. We are human too. And nobody didn't say I'm gonna sit here and be candid. I throw temper tantrums, I get loud, I get upset, I curse out, I scream, I do that shit. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure it out. I ain't trying to be mad for the next couple fucking weeks. Right? Like, we could have an argument and it could be just that. And I'm like, all right, well, we figuring it out, or what we doing? I ain't trying to be mad for days on days not talking to you and none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, it's like, that's whack. Right. So people throw temper tantrums. You could be grown, you could be a kid, whatever. It's just your mental makeup or your maturity at that moment. We all fall short of being mature all the time. Right? But it's the way you handle it within your relationship. You dig? You can't say, all right, well, men, you can't throw temper tantrums, but women can. Men can't say, women, you can't throw one, but I can. We gotta be the same playing field. Or when you see that, that's when you calm the fuck down. Both parties just like, all right, chill, because the shit's getting out of hand. Babe, this why I'm upset. Right. Babe, this why I'm upset. Oh, you was upset about that. Oh, I ain't really mean it that way, but or I miss you. It could have been a number of different things, and y'all both just need to fucking chill and bring it back, and then y'all can hear each other.
Right. I'm not saying you can't have a tantrum. I'm saying rein it the fuck in. The fuck. You're just having a temper tantrum and then running off the fucking.
Nobody's perfect. But if y'all say these 4 letters to each other on a consistent basis, love, I love you, I'm in love with you, or whatever, work through that shit. Right. Let love prevail at the end of the day. Y'all can argue, scream, cuss, fight, whatever. But at the end of that temper tantrum that y'all both throwing, come back to that love portion of it and say, all right, babe, cool, I heard you. Damn, babe, I heard you. I get it. That's all you want, or this is what you need. Let me work on it. Let me figure it out. Or I was just acting like that just because I missed you, or I felt like I was losing. It could be a number of things that going through both parties' minds that could make y'all both react the way y'all react. And if you know your person, you know they hot buttons, and you know the way to cool them down as well. Focus on that.
And I just want to tell KD that, or Ish too as well. I think Ish said, I don't think that's letting you off the hook. That is letting me off the hook, because if I know that you're going to let me get away with that shit, I'm doing that shit all the fucking time. If I know you're going to let me get away with that shit where you want to talk about something and all I got to do is get a quick little attitude and then you going to leave it alone, I'm going to do that shit all the time.
All the time. But see, that's the thing. And don't think for a minute that, I'm going to speak for myself. Don't think for a minute that I'm not understanding and knowing the move.
Right.
Like I know exactly just that. And that's where the mental notes come in.
Mm-hmm.
What move? What you talking
about?
The
move, meaning he knows that, if
I know that I can say, nah, I want to fucking talk about that shit, and she going to leave it alone. I would say that shit all the time.
She's going to say it all the time so that nothing can ever be addressed. Right. So I'm already going to know the move. I'm already going to peep the blitz. I'm already going to know and understand what it is. And I'm going to know that that's his MO. every single time. Every single time, I'm gonna know it, and therefore, I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna twiddle my thumbs,
So,
and
so
I'm
that's what
going.
I'm saying. So now you taking your mental notes till you get fed up, and then you either explode and kill me, or we broke up.
Or
When
we done.
that's what I'm saying.
And I'm not
When
gonna explode and kill. I'm
when
gonna
at
be
some
done.
point, that could have just been addressed.
But
It
you
could have just
didn't want to address
listen,
it.
listen.
Exactly.
I'm
You
about to
just
tell
said
you.
it. You
I'm
gotta
about
keep
to tell
walking
you.
away.
It could have just been addressed and saying, I don't give a fuck if you got an attitude about. We talking about this shit right now. That's it. At some point, you just gotta say, "Fuck it." We gonna talk through this shit right now. That's what it is.
All right, so let me ask you, what if on the other side of that, I don't give a fuck how I don't give a fuck. We're gonna talk about that shit right now. What if on the other side of that you're met with additional resistance?
What's the
More
resistance?
fiery resistance. Then what happens?
I don't mess with no timid ass women. So
Right.
if I dealt with a woman, the women I deal with or dealt with or like to deal with ain't timid. So you say what you guys say, I say what I gotta say. We figure the fuck out.
Right.
I don't want no punk ass woman. So
Right.
I already know that I'm in with it I'm in for a fight. I know that I'm in. They gonna say what they gotta say. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and we gonna figure it out.
Right.
That's just what it is. I don't want nobody meek, mild man. I don't want nobody meek.
Well,
That ain't
too. Yeah, and
so.
now I agree. And I think you got to find what your partner is like too.
Yeah.
Because if y'all both firecrackers, then y'all going to be in there busting the shit up. Then one of us got to be meek and mild. Because if we both fucking firecrackers, then we knocking each other the fuck out. And then what is that solving?
But ain't that on us though, Ish?
You
Ain't
mean
that,
the man to be a
yeah.
little, to tone it down?
Right.
Well, yeah, I would like to think so, but that's not always the case.
Yo, you know what
And
gets me?
then
I can't deal with the crying. That should have had me shut up real quick. I can't deal with the crying. I just like you start crying in front of me. All right, relax. Like I don't want y'all to think I'm ignorant, but I could be ignorant. But I might say something to the fact, what the fuck is you crying for? But then 2 seconds later, I'm like, all right, stop. Can you stop crying? Like I'm sorry. That shit, it does something to me because now I know I can
That's
see the
easy.
emotion out.
That's easy. That's easy fix now. All you gotta do is go like this.
I know. I'm saying though,
Love
the
me.
moment the tears come,
Simple.
the moment the tears come, I'm pussycat. I can't
Simple.
argue no more. I'm not fighting no more.
When the tears come, just go like this, man.
Simple.
But no,
Love me.
certain people you can have those type of conversations with, and they come right back with you with it. They come back at you with it, and at the end of the day, y'all can resolve y'all issues.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta get those fucking words out, and it hurts.
Faster
But
than
sometimes you
somebody
gotta
that
get it
says,
out.
"Fuck it, I ain't saying nothing. I'ma just whatever the case may be. I'ma write them off." Challenge me, because you know what? Certain things out your mouth that you're gonna say is gonna show me that, oh shit. And you gonna hear my shit. I'm gonna hear your shit, and we gonna hear each other's shit because we both intertwined into that emotional place right there.
Right.
And then you, even if it ain't sex, it's just a hug, a kiss, you crying, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. It just could be that. And that's why getting out and opening your mouth is better than keeping that shit in.
Right.
Or letting that shit ride, or not saying nothing at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then two, when you come with some kind of knowledge. Like come with something more than just
Come correct.
yeah. Come with some more than speculatory shit or some crazy shit. Cause crazy shit, and y'all know y'all women, some certain shit y'all just ain't gonna entertain. Or you gonna be like, what the fuck is this? It's just certain shit that just be like, what the fuck is this, right?
Right.
And it just it pulls at your mental state. Like I'm not addressing this because it sounds dumb.
Right.
It's so crazy that it's crazy for me to even entertain. You got some of those instances. Then you got to realize and you got to reevaluate how you come. But hopefully you got a partner that's willing to swap it out with you and then
I
make
mean,
up.
no, listen, there's plenty of shit that they gonna say that I'm gonna say is some dumbass shit. There's plenty of shit that falls into that category. But
And
you have to
I hear
tell
that
look, all you have
my
to do
favorite
is
line.
tell me. That's what I'm saying. All you have to do is tell me, why that means so much to you or how that affects you. And then, I'll dig into it. But you just work through it. It could be worked through. It could be worked through.
These conversations right here are legendary because it opens
So
up your minds.
let us know in the comments. Neil, 1 second. Let us know in the comments, you guys, if you ever, because a lot of you are in long term relationships, marriage, what have you, happy relationships. Y'all give us some advice as Neil go on. Y'all, we can
They
learn
all
from
crybabies.
y'all.
Look, KD, they all crybabies in the damn
They
chat.
are
They ain't
not.
fucking
They are
That's what
crybabies.
they
not.
all
They are
saying.
not
That's
That's
cap.
what
crybabies.
they all
So y'all
saying.
That's
just give
cap.
us some advice as Neil go on. Y'all, okay. I'm sorry, Neil. Go on. Because we are learning from you guys.
KD, that's what they all saying. I'm not saying that. That's what they all saying.
Man, they not crybabies. They fighters. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This right here, Kitty. That's why we always say, and me and T always regurgitates this statement. Tell us. Don't be afraid to tell us. You're a big proponent of I don't gotta tell nobody what to do. I shouldn't have to tell a grown person. I shouldn't have to. Yes, you should. If you want what you want, you gotta tell and direct people. You're the director of your life. If you want mugs to act right in your life, you should be directing them on how you want them to be according
Look,
to your ways.
it
If
does
it
neither
works, it
one of
works.
us.
If it don't, it don't.
No, that's what I'm saying because it does neither one of us justice if you just fucking letting the shit ride or you're not happy. It's not helping neither one of us.
That's true. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
We got to move on though.
Certain comments, certain conversations that we could have with each other, certain arguments. You know what? You be like you gain a greater respect of your person because you see how hard they fighting for you.
Right.
Or you can see how deep their love is or how deeply rooted they are into you based upon the conversations or the situation that y'all could be in. And they could be like, you know what? Babe, I just fucking love you.
Right.
That's why I'm saying this shit to you. Or that's the reason why I react the way I react, because I'm just in love with you and I don't want to lose you. And that shit right there will make a motherfucker humbled in a moment. Like, damn, like for real? Yes. When you so quick to walk away from a person, how you love them? How you love them if you so quick to walk away from them? That's why I said that 4-letter word has so many connotations to it, and we use it so freely. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, it's so easy to throw away.
Right.
It has so little meaning when we get in our feelings. Let's reevaluate that word and really institute it the way it should be, and that's fixing the problems that we have, and also learning each other over and over again.
Facts.
Y'all may think
Mm-hmm.
somebody might say, "No, I know you. I know how you are." But tonight you see a different side of me. I learned something new tonight. So that's something I will be implementing. So are we not ever always evolving and learning and growing? So that's how you have conversations. That's how you teach, or that's how you grow by learning and listening. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Oh my
Babies.
Mm.
gosh.
Cry babies.
Cry babies.
Fucking cry babies.
I'm like Valenia. I'm a cry, but you ain't never gonna see me cry if I can help it.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. You gotta
Mm.
go.
what
You
is
gotta
happening
go.
over there? What's happening over there?
I'm
What's that?
y'all.
Your doggy?
My
Okay,
oh my God, she's old, and she just passed gas, and it just got up to my. She gotta move. She's old,
Yeah.
bless her heart.
What's happening right now?
Aw.
you fed her. It's
Mm-mm.
your fault.
No, she's old now. She's old, but she's
All right, so
old.
we are implementing y'all audience suggestions. So I believe before it was Helen who gave off the book, the yellow page list of shit, and this week who was it? Ish?
Diana.
Diana.
This week it was Diana who
Thank you
gave off
so
the
much.
yellow
Diana.
pages of shit. So
Question comes from Diana this week, huh?
right. So we went through all 34 of them, and and we landed on this one, Diana. So does anybody have the full story of this?
Father wants full custody after 12-year absence. Ish, you want to read that for us?
Yes. So basically, let me just pull it up really quickly. I apologize, guys.
You good. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button underneath the video and like and share the video. You can also continue to leave comments underneath the videos. That helps out the algorithms and helps us grow people.
I think I'm gonna discontinue my therapy sessions because this right here
This is
be
what it
doing.
is.
This is what it is. This is where it's at, right?
I can save myself some
What
money.
it is, man.
This is where it's at. But basically, Diana brought the topic for discussion about a father that's been absentee for 12 years from birth of a child's life, wanting total custody, and for the child to stop calling the other father, who she has known to be her daddy, to stop calling him daddy.
I got questions.
So, what are your thoughts about
I got
that?
questions. I got questions. Do y'all think that this father is just upset that the little girl is calling another man daddy? Is that playing a role in this? Maybe he doesn't really want the child like that. Maybe he's just upset that she's calling somebody else daddy.
And that's all it is. It's a
Yeah.
pride thing. He don't want somebody, his child, his seed, because he put it there, don't make it his child. Obviously, he don't like that his seed is calling another man daddy when he has not even been around. But
Mm-hmm.
in actuality, the one that she's calling daddy, I am assuming that he's been in her life for a number of years, even if it's 12 years. That's daddy. That's
Mm-hmm.
daddy, because that's who's been there for her. I think he's absolutely out of line. Just because you put a seed there, don't make you a father.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Ego definitely is involved. And I mean, of course, there could be different reasons as to why he was absentee.
Yeah.
Maybe he was locked up or something like that. But I think even still to come back after such a long period of time and demanding things to be a certain way, I think just takes a lot of gall,
Mm-hmm.
from that individual to just like come in and put your foot down and say, hey, this is how it should be.
Shouldn't this be a gradual process of you
Yep.
get a couple weekends here and there, maybe a summer or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shouldn't this sound like a gradual process? Ladies, I want to ask y'all. So, say if this was your daughter, right, and she was like an out of control, child, and the father wanted to, try and restore some order, some discipline in her life, would you allow your daughter to go?
Mm. That's a good question. I mean, I don't know. I guess it would be all dependent on the circumstances. How long he has been back in our lives, how effective he has been thus far, with just in his communication and his interest and all of that stuff. And then maybe we can take it from there. But if those things are not right, I don't think I would necessarily allow that implementation.
Yeah. If he hasn't been there in 12 years, and that's the duration of the child's life, there is no way that I would allow that to happen. It would be like you say, T, a gradual thing. I would
Mhm.
tell him, okay, she needs to get used to you, and
Right.
she needs to do it in the comfort around who she's comfortable with, which is me and her father, stepfather, whatever. So come over, and if he's interested in getting in her life, come over and visit and let her get
All right.
used
Here,
to it.
here's the doozy right here. So, say this father wants full custody of his daughter because the new daddy is touching on her.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That puts a totally new spin on it right there.
Yep.
Totally new spin.
So if you're the mom, are you letting the daughter go?
Well,
Mm-mm.
obviously, if the mom know that something is going,
No,
okay,
the
does the
mom.
mom know?
That's what I'm about to say. The mom might not know. You find out right now when he's telling you, "I want full custody of my child because your boyfriend or husband has been touching on the kid." So you just find this out. Now, are you letting the daughter go?
No, I'm kicking that motherfucker to the ground. I mean,
Pretty
no.
much.
His ass will be going to jail if he's been touching my child. So it won't be any need to remove her out of that home. But that will give her father a chance to see, okay, I should have been in my daughter's life all along. He can still come over and get used to it, but me, myself, he would be out if he touched my child. If he lived through it, honestly.
All right, I'm just playing devil's advocate and going down scenarios. So, what if you as a mom had a addiction problem, and what would you do in that case?
Well, I probably couldn't think straight if I have an addiction problem anyway. I'm probably not thinking straight.
Right. So, are you allowing the child to go though?
I mean, if I have an addiction problem to that extent, like
Right.
I say, I'm not thinking rationally or even thinking straight anyway, then I probably would let the child go. Being in a mind frame like that, because if you have an addiction, then your first thought is whatever you are addicted to. That's your first thought. You're not even thinking about the child. So yeah, that parent's gonna say, out of my hair.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts now?
Um, um, I don't know. I'm lost.
Where you lost that, good brother?
I don't know what's going on. Like for the first time in my life, I have no clue what the fuck is going on.
I can't.
So are y'all?
I can't.
I'm
Last,
sorry, no.
He's having a KD moment.
the
Yeah.
last segment has got me so caught up.
I
I'm
see.
lost. So if you to paraphrase this, a guy who has a daughter
Right.
that's 12 years old,
Right.
living in a house
Mm.
with a stepfather and a mother.
Right.
Now he wants to see his child.
Right. He doesn't want to see his child. He wants to take his child. He wants full custody of her.
Mm. Does she know him?
The daughter?
Yeah.
I guess not.
Mm-mm.
It said he was absentee for her first
So
12 years.
that's a real sticky situation because you're uprooting this girl from a life
Right.
that she has known for 12 years.
Right.
Hopefully, what's going on in the house is nothing that's detrimental to this young lady. Hopefully, it's nothing that is compromising her as a young woman, um, and hurting her. That's the only reason why I could see why he would want to uproot her after 12 years of not being a part of her life.
No. It can happen like this. Say I didn't know I had a daughter, and I
Mhm.
just found out that I had a daughter, and she's 12, and I'm moving, such, and I can give her a better life than you can at this point. It could be one of those kind of scenarios.
That's the situation. Let me put myself in the father's shoes that's been absent for 12 years and getting that news I got a daughter. The first thing I want to do is take my daughter.
Right.
But then I got to be mature and I got to be a grown man and also at this moment be a father and see what situation is best for her. Now, what I would do is instead of uprooting her from right there at that moment, is playing an intricate part in getting to know her
Right.
and her getting to know me on a grand scale. Because I just can't expect for her to come into my home and
But
be
this is what I'm saying though. You gotta go. You can't stay here and pussyfooted halfway. Like you moving to the other side of the country. You gotta go. You got shit going on.
that's hard, bro. That's hard. Y'all all are parents. I'm not. And as I always think, what would I do in a situation like that? Like I always said, I can't if I have a baby by a woman, I can't be living over this side and my kid be over
Right.
there. I gotta be in the same house, same time, same situation with the mother and the child. Because I'm sure the mother gonna want to be there with her child as well.
Right.
And I just
Mhm.
I would want that same thing. I want that family dynamic of my child, me, and its mother. So it's a hard to kind of answer that because I can sympathize with him saying he want to take his child because that's his child.
Right.
But then I would be hard pressed of removing her from a loving home, especially if it was a loving home of a man that took care of her for 12 years in my absence, and also her mother, and taking her and just bringing her with me when I wasn't there. You know my situation. You know I had the dynamics of having two fathers, one that was in my life from one, and then one who I just really got in the mix with in my teen years. So I know what that dynamics look like, but still, I'm sure that 12-year-old girl at some point is going to want to know who her father is as well.
Okay, I'll say it like
I'm
this.
gonna do just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill the stepfather. I'm gonna kill the stepfather. This is what I got it. I'm gonna kill the stepfather with KD's gun, and then the mother and the 12-year-old child and me, we can be a family.
Right. All right. Look, now I'll say it like this, right? My father was always present in my life, so this is a little different.
Uh-huh.
But as I was growing of age, I was being bad. So my mama was like, "You gotta get the fuck out and go live with your dad because you're out of control."
Uh-huh.
So sometimes these kind of scenarios, pops up. So I had never lived with my dad at that point, and it was like tomorrow you got to go live with your dad, and,
Right.
and that's just what it is.
Right.
And how did that make you feel at that time, T? Did that give you a shocker? Like, were you traumatized? Like, damn, I gotta,
It was
you know, I.
it was shocking, like environment wise, but like other than that, it was like, all right, cool. I get to go live with my dad. Like he spoiled me. Like it was like I'm with it. So it was like half and half. Like it was like a different environment, but it was also like I get to go be like every little boy at some point wants to be around their father.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, Diana says he never claimed her, and in order not to pay child support. So it was a reason that
Right.
he wasn't necessarily claiming the child. Well, then you ain't coming back after 12 years saying nothing. Because just like she didn't exist then, she don't exist to you now.
But
Exactly.
we know the
Yeah, you
importance.
can't say
I
that.
know. I
We know the
know.
importance of
I
we know the
know.
importance of a father in a child's life, especially a girl's life.
I
Why,
know.
even though he wasn't there for the 12, if he want to make the effort now, why stop him?
Right.
Is it a genuine effort, though? I guess that would be
Yeah.
what we would have to discover.
What
Or
could it
is
be? What's
it
the other
a
effort? Child
meaning?
support effort?
Well, see, this is another thing that
No,
as a mother, you got to look.
the other effort is just to be smart because I don't want her calling nobody else daddy. That's the other effort.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So I'm
And
gonna
see,
I'm gonna
well,
move her to my house. I'm gonna
Right.
move her to my house, take care of her, buy her clothes, and do
Right.
everything for her just
Oh,
so she don't call
niggas
another
will
man
do
daddy.
No, niggas will do that.
Niggas will do
Done.
that. Don't get it fucked up. Niggas will do that just
Mhm.
because of that.
Just to
but
be
here's the
spiteful.
thing. What if we let him back into her life and he does the same thing again, hurt my child because you decide to desert her again?
Mhm.
Those are different things that you got to look at on an issue like that. You left her once,
Mhm.
deserted her once, all that time. Be easy for you to do it again when you say, okay, I'm tired of her.
It's tricky.
I'm gonna have a baby.
Mhm. Very
No,
true.
he never had her, Katie. He was
What you
never.
say? You might have a baby next
I'm gonna
week?
have a baby next
He
week
was,
so I can
he
enjoy
was
it.
never tired of her, Katie. He never had her.
Right, but I'm just saying, he never took the time to get to know her. That's like a desertion
Mhm.
of your newborn. That's still like a
Mhm.
desertion.
What
Mhm.
if he
So
didn't
if it was
know?
so easy to do then, oh, okay, well, if he didn't know, then that's a different story.
Yeah, he could have not known. All right, we gotta
Mhm.
move. Um, what's up, Ish?
All right. Well, I mean, the shit is about to start. Don't
Nobody
look
ready to get
so
shit. Do y'all know
don't
what
look
time it
so
is?
nervous now.
Do y'all know what time it is? What's up, Ish? What you got?
Yes, it is erotic zone time, y'all. Uncensored Minds is going dirty tonight. Y'all know what this means. So, just a little bit earlier, I had you guys comment. We what did I even have y'all say?
Sexy.
We are always sexy, sassy, classy. Well,
And
that we are. Yes. So I had everyone comment that little phrase, and you were entered to into the contest to win a prize this evening, a little sexy treat from Raw Honey. And the game that we're going to be playing tonight, I said Uncensored Minds is going dirty. So we are going to be playing our version of the game Dirty Minds. So I will be saying it's going to be 5 rounds. I will be saying phrases. It's going to be one for each panel member. I'm going to be saying phrases, and you're going to have to guess what erogenous zone I am speaking of.
Hmm?
Okay. I'm going to say a phrase, and you are going to have to guess what erogenous zone on your body I am speaking of.
Mm.
Okay.
Hold on,
Well, get.
hold on.
Excuse me.
Diana, if that's the case of that story, then yeah, he's just being bitter. Diana said he just don't want to pay child support. That's why he wants to
Right.
take the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Just
All right.
nonsense. Ebony, I really like this game too. Well, we're gonna see if I did it. See if I did it any justice.
I don't know this game, man. What's happening? What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
what's
So
happening?
it.
No, Emily just like this, just this portion of it altogether.
Oh. Okay. I thought she was saying
Yeah.
that the Dirty Minds game. Oh no, she said
Oh
I
well,
love
she
that
do
game. I
have that.
have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she do have that
Yeah.
game. I
So this
forgot.
is
She told me about it.
the Uncensored Minds version. We're gonna see if I did it any justice. Okay. So again, 5 rounds. Each panel member gets a phrase. You have to say what the the erogenous zone that I'm speaking of. Okay. You don't get no lifelines on this one. I thought about it. It's just straightforward. No passing. No reaching out to the audience. None of
No,
that.
no. What is he trying to do to us?
No, I'm not trying to do nothing. And guys in the chat, if you could just hold off your answers, you might know it. But let's just hold off until either we don't know it or we guess it. So this way we're not giving it away. All
So
right.
you're gonna ask one person one question, or you're gonna ask one question and we have to rush to answer
Yeah, so it's a phrase. It's not even a question. It's a
it.
phrase.
Okay.
I'm going to say a phrase, and you have to guess what erogenous zone you believe it to be.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So round one. Ladies first.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. I am usually hot, moist, and I have a gazillion little bumps all over me.
I
I
got
can I can send chills up anyone's spine with my natural lubricant. I also indulge in disgusting or euphoric flavors. What am I?
Vagina.
wrong.
Is that your? Well, you only get one guess if you say the
Okay.
wrong thing. Okay. All right.
Okay. Vagina is what I said.
That's what you said. Okay.
Uh-huh. He
Well,
said
I
he
hope
knew.
nobody vagina got a gazillion little bumps.
Well, I was thinking of the hair bumps. I was thinking of the
Yo,
hair
listen.
bumps.
Come on, ew,
Hair bump.
I was thinking of the hair bump.
I
that's
know.
herpes.
Katie wasn't listening because you said something about the spine.
Tongue.
You
Oh my
said something
God.
about the spine. Katie wasn't listening.
Right, right. Well, maybe I should say it twice and then you would like take a guess. But
No, Katie just gotta listen.
okay. So
My
it's
mind
not the
just went to the guy.
vagina, guys. You want to just take a stab at it,
It's
Katie?
the tongue.
The
I,
tongue.
I said tongue just now once I thought about the
Once you
bumps and
thought
stuff.
about it.
But
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, Katie. So all right. So who wants to go next, guys?
No, you could go.
Now,
Mhm.
I can be large or small depending on the size of the person that I belong to. I can cause a nose to bleed. or I can slide into a sauced up vagina. What am I?
A finger. Penis.
What penis is causing a bitch nose to bleed? That's
My,
what I want to know.
Some penises.
you can hit them across their nose with it. I mean,
Oh, they got that work if they doing all of that. That joint is heavy. All right, no, it's not a finger. You kind of close though when you in the right area. Anybody else want to take a guess or take a stab at it? A fist.
Not a finger?
a
A
fist.
fist.
A fist.
That's the same thing, Ish.
That's the same thing.
How is a fist and a finger? Can you
you need a finger to make a fist, right?
Okay. All right. Well,
Nah, don't you give that to them.
I can
Nope.
make a motherfucking nosebleed like
it
this.
is very different. It is very different. That
That's
a
different.
finger cannot make the nose bleed.
That's
though.
Yes, it
different.
could. Yes, it could.
Well, what you
That's
doing? Digging
different.
up the nose?
Yeah.
I got a fingernail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I ain't punching her in the face. You trying to
Engineer said, give us the point.
Next one,
domestic,
y'all missed
domestic
it.
violence month. You can't hit them. You want me to hit her?
I cannot.
Wait, this is the question.
I can't. All right, T.
What's up?
Ain't this something? I am usually very sexy, except when I am crusty. I have shades of colors that adorn a part of me. I can stroke a penis, go inside a mouth, or cause harm when thrown in the right manner. What am I?
Wait a minute, it's crusty? The only thing that should be crusty is eyes. I hope it ain't no crusty vaginas out here. So it better be eyes. If you got a crusty vagina, exit stage left.
Oh my God. Is that your final fucking answer?
Yeah, I said eyes because it better not be a crusty vagina.
No.
What is it then?
Your lips.
Can I stroke a penis?
Oh shit.
Oh, hands.
Mm-mm.
Lips, right?
Your lips is crusty?
You can have crusty ass lips.
No, it's a foot.
It's a foot. You better not put your foot on my penis.
Yeah, I don't want no foot job.
Foot on my penis.
Listen, there is such thing as foot jobs. Very
good.
sexual.
Yeah,
and
guys
very,
have foot
and
fetish.
very
I'm
intriguing.
good. I'm good.
I'm not going to ask for a foot job when you can give me a handy or a mouth job.
You know what I mean?
Gotta try new things, guys.
Not that.
Oh yeah, not that one.
Could you imagine me saying, "Babe, can you get the feet out tonight?"
Yeah, I mean.
See, Tara was thinking. I'm sorry. Angelia said, "I thought toe." See, she was on the right track.
First of all, if you got crusty feet,
Yeah, if you got crusty feet, we not playing with that. You
Trying
trying to
to
get
crusty feet on my
trying to give me a yeast infection?
trying to
She
shred
may
you
have
up.
soft feet. She may have
Yo,
soft, smooth
She
feet.
said
They said
crusty.
crusty.
No, I said. I
She
said
said
I'm
can be
usually
crusty.
very sexy. I am usually very sexy unless I
But
am
I
crusty.
can be crusty.
First of all,
So some
wait a
some
minute.
women might have crusty feet.
Wait a minute. That's what I'm about to say. First of all, Ish, a lot of women do not have sexy feet. So let's start there.
Well, she
I
said
did
I
say
can be
usually.
sexy. She
I did
didn't
say
they were
usually
all.
I'm sexy.
Let's start there.
Usually I'm sexy.
Go ahead,
All
KD.
right.
KD.
Round
Let's start there.
two. Round two.
Hold on, don't we got 1 point because we did
No.
say your tongue? No, we got your answer, KD.
No, nobody got nothing right now. Remember, I said it's
Because
no.
I
I
actually said tone before you guys did.
I said it's no
All
lifelines, no answering for each other. Just
right,
right
go
on.
ahead. Ish. It's on
Okay.
you, KD. Nobody got no points.
All right, Kaden. I tantalize the skin of others when I'm lightly put to use. I can also apply the most intense pressure that can cause convulsions. I am strong and I beam when you say the nastiest, freakiest shit to me. What am I?
Read it one more time. I think I know, but read it one more time.
Didn't we say we're not allowed to get a second reading?
Yeah, no, she didn't say that.
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay. Lips.
Mm-mm. Anybody else want to take a stab at it?
I didn't even hear that shit, so I ain't even gonna drink again.
Well, that's how come I said read it again.
Mm-mm,
Nipple.
mm-mm. Teeth.
Your teeth?
Teeth.
Mhm. I
Teeth?
don't think y'all fucking listening.
What
No,
the fuck?
I
Teeth
am
are
listening.
damn-
I just don't want your crusty shit on me. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Keep your
teeth.
crusty shit off me.
Well, teeth. I will hope that her teeth are not crusty, and that
Some,
she can use them on your body somewhere during a session.
some women do get paid for their
Yeah,
feet.
but the lips go with the teeth, right? I
And
said
I'm not
lips.
mad at that,
Isn't
but
that
No, it's
close
teeth.
enough?
Well, and then I would have to give Nell the answer.
No.
Man. Don't put your feet on my dick. Go ahead. You should
All
see
right.
Yeah, I'm cool with the feet work.
Yeah, get
You
your feet
kids
off.
got all kind of shit on them.
Look, Nell, look. Get your feet off my dick.
Get your feet off my dick.
You got a lot of other things you can use other than your feet.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen, that is a fetish for some. That is a fetish for some. Even
Yeah.
just looking at feet, period, is a fetish.
I like if you
Oh,
like your feet. I
It's
like if
cool
you
in
like
the gang.
but don't put it on my dick though.
Don't put it on your dick. All right, now.
You trying to give me a yeast infection over there? Son. Like, I'm cool.
All right. I shiver when kissed, sucked, or massaged. I tingle with pleasure when squeezed or slapped. I look my best when wrapped around a neck or clutched around a waist. What am I?
You look your best when you clutched around a neck, arms.
Is it ass?
Is it titties?
Thighs.
Thighs.
Oh man.
What did I say? Arms? I should have said legs.
This game is intense.
Yeah, this shit-
This game is intense.
Damn, I should have had that one. I would have got it.
Uh-huh. All right, T.
What's up?
I can be hairy if not groomed. But when I'm smooth as a baby's bottom, I am visually appealing.
Man, that's too easy.
I am tight and can grip a penis to amazing heights. But I am an acquired taste. What am I?
Booty hole.
Did I make that one too easy?
Yeah.
No, I'm just good.
At the end, I'm an acquired taste. I know it wasn't yam, so it had to be that.
Yep. All right.
I
That's
got a
it.
point. Well, none of y'all got a point. Get
You
y'all
got
weight up.
one.
Huh.
Fucking
Thanks,
weight up.
T.
Got your weight up.
Oh my God. All right. KD, I am highly erotic, but I can often be overlooked. I have a large amount of sensory receptors that I am extremely sensitive when you touch me. I crank up when I am nibbled on, kissed, or blown in. What am I?
Beautiful. Go ahead, Katie. No, what the fuck are you doing?
You over there? What are you doing?
Look at Katie. You said you have so long to get this. This shit is so fucking easy.
Well, see, she make it so long when you said blown in. I was thinking about
Nigga,
something else
you
till
got
she
it.
said that. Blown in.
I try to give like little subtle hints so that you could try to get it.
Hell, I don't forget what all she said now. Shit, vagina. I'm just going to my vagina.
Everything is vagina.
Ear, vagina.
Anybody else want to take
in? So I was trying to think of something that had a hole in it.
Blown in his ears.
Ear.
I said ear.
You
You said vagina.
I said vagina first,
Ear,
and then I
vagina.
said
Hold on. Why the fuck every time Katie be like, I said that?
well, play
You
it
never
back. You
fucking
got
said
receipts. I said vagina, then I said ear.
You can't say
Play
ear
it
after you
back.
say vagina. You can't say the wrong answer than the right one.
Right.
Hey.
Okay.
All right.
So
Now,
only one got a point.
I can be big, plump, and round.
Oh,
Or I can be flat as a board.
Oh shit.
I can be muscular too, depending on whose body I'm
This
on.
easy, dog. This easy, dog.
I like to be
Bring it
massaged,
along.
licked, and spanked. Rub me, please. What am I?
So easy.
A ass.
Booty!
That was real easy.
Yes, yes. All right,
Booty,
King.
booty, 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 booty
Rocking
everywhere.
I'm an erotically sensitive erectile tissue. I can become hot, swollen, and I can change in shades of color. I am often mistaken for my sister, but I am not her. I like to be kissed as well, oiled, and softly massaged. What am I?
Is that the clitoris?
I said I am often mistaken for my sister.
You can't.
Oh, I thought you asked.
Oh,
Can't
I'm
double
sorry.
clue.
You're right. You're
Go
right.
ahead,
You're
now,
right.
what's the answer?
Nipple.
I know the answer.
What'd you
Is
say,
it a nipple?
KD? What'd you say, KD?
Breast.
Oh. What is it,
Not the
Ish?
breast.
The pussy lips.
That's what I was
Ah.
My sister is the clitoris. And I'm often mistaken for her because we resemble the same kind of tendencies. Yep. Pussy lips.
That's a misconstrued.
Ebony said Nell's moaning. Somebody better do something.
Nah. That ain't him moaning. He
He did moan a little bit. I thought I heard some moaning, but
No,
I was
you
so
did.
busy
had no
listening.
fucking moan. You heard me.
Yeah.
I
Oh
heard
yeah,
you.
he moaned a little bit. Yeah,
I
he
was
moaned.
gonna say the pussy lips until you said the rest of that shit at the end. That shit threw me off.
It throw you, yeah.
All right, come on, KD. Let's get you on the board, baby. My erotic nerves can differ depending on the time of the month. Lick me, pinch me, bite me,
That's easy.
or twist me,
That's easy.
and I'll activate intense pleasure. I can be big or small. What am I?
That's easy, dog.
Is that the nipple?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Yay.
I thought she was gonna say nose or something like that. They rooting for you in the chat.
Chat, yes. All right. Now, I ache with desire when touched or licked. I make other erogenous zones drip when I'm explored. I have a very dangerous arch when met with a firm grip. What am I?
I want to say penis, but that's not it. Back?
Okay. What part of the back? I'll give it to you though, but what part of the back?
Is it the lower back?
What the fuck?
No, because he said back. He said back.
But he said penis first.
No. I said I want to say penis, but I said it's the back.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Everybody
back.
got one
But
now.
you threw me with the I make other parts drip. So
So if you were to lick like somebody who has a specific, like if this is one of their intense erogenous zones, like if you lick it or if you touch it,
No, it don't have to be an intense right? You just gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
But I got that though.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All back.
What Angelia is saying, Nell got two.
got
What's
one,
the other?
Angelia.
And Nell got one.
No.
He only got one.
You don't get no point for answering somebody else's question.
No.
What's the other one you got?
I had the back and I had the damn whatever case may be, John.
Well, what case may be.
I mean, Nell got one.
Yeah,
Man.
what case may be.
Help me out in the comments, people.
Nell got one.
Like that.
Nell has one.
He said butt cheeks. No, they are right.
The butt. Remember you said the butt. The round firm ass. It was hard and muscular. I got the butt.
Yeah, he did the butt cheeks. He
Yeah,
did.
okay.
I forgot. Y'all right.
This how I be. Yo, thank y'all.
This
Thank
family,
you.
I stand
Everybody in the
corrected.
comment get a free T-shirt.
this family,
I don't know where y'all gonna get it, but y'all.
it's competitive. How many more questions is it, Eve?
All right, so
Not
we got
dark. No,
this is
how you
round 4.
hell like
Round
you can't
4,
say my
okay.
whole
We
government.
got 5 rounds. So after T's question, we got one more round.
All right.
T, I'm sorry.
You always try to throw me under the bus. That's how you do. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You're the smartest of us all.
That's what I'm saying. So you always try
You
to
are the smartest of
crazy
us
shit,
all.
man.
The
I take
process.
offense.
It's
The
all
process.
right.
I mean, you know, he makes sure he lets us know.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we got to teach him some things. So I don't know. Maybe tonight I will do that.
Hey, maybe.
I am extremely sensitive. The slightest touch, breath, or lick can make my owner explode.
Mhm.
Most people forget about me or don't even know I exist. I am between a shaft and a head. What am I?
Between a shaft and a head.
Mm.
Is it the balls?
Mm-mm.
What is it?
It's the part under the balls.
Mm-mm. That's a good one, but no, it's not that either.
What's
Oh,
between the
okay.
shaft?
The head is at the top, right?
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
Mhm.
There's
shaft.
always some extra shit when it comes to my fucking questions, man. Always.
It's called the frenulum.
Listen
It is.
to y'all
We don't
talking.
know that
It is.
shit.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
about to say,
If
Oh my
everybody,
God, Aisha, I want to know.
have you
everybody
ever
wants to
used
put.
that word in the hood? Yo, we
No,
never use that word in
listen.
the hood.
You know what it is, though. You just don't know the technical name for it. It's
Tell
the
me
most
what it is.
it's one of the most sensitive spots on a penis. It is right between the shaft and the head. It's a little space. It's called the frenulum.
That's what I'm talking about.
So
Well,
I'm gonna walk
goddamn,
around
I'm gonna
saying,
have
"Can
to
you suck on
find
my
that.
pendulum,
That's what I'm
please?"
saying,
Listen,
man.
Hell, ain't nobody.
I bet you any amount of money. You may not know the exact term of it, but y'all know it, especially when that tongue might slide across and glaze across it.
Yeah, my
So,
frenulum.
Yeah.
so it's
That's
like
what
a
I'm about to
That's
good
what
say.
spot for them.
I'm not saying that fucking word.
Yeah, I never.
Can you lick my frenulum tonight?
I'm good.
Okay. I knew that was going to happen. I'm sorry, T.
I don't know how you do me. It's all right. It's all right.
All right, Katie, you ready?
I'm ready.
My frenulum hurts.
My frenulum is fucking abandoned.
Oh my God, I can't.
Gotta get your frenulum a friend.
I mean,
I can't. All right, Katie. I can sometimes get overwhelmed, tired, or stressed, which can affect sexual fun. I like visual stimulation, and if talked to dirty enough, I can release all sorts of sexual pleasures. Once I'm aroused, I make things 100% hotter. What am I?
The mind?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible
Yep.
waste.
I'm proud of you, KD.
Me
Go,
too.
Katie. Go,
I'm so
Katie.
proud of
Thank
you.
you.
Katie.
Thank
Go,
you. Thank
Katie.
you.
Terrible
Proud
thing
of
to waste. Terrible thing to waste.
you.
All right, now you ready? So it's 2-2-1. Come on, T. I'm a.
No, you gotta get this answer to ensure that we either one of us win.
Yeah, we got your answer.
Oh no. We better stop doing that because this is unfair. It'd be two men male against
That's not
if
my
okay,
fault.
each no
That's
each
not my fault.
if that's the case, I think my answer should count as 2 points.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh no, that's only
What?
fair now. That's only fair.
I just
If
said
What
if
answer?
we're
The
gonna
brain
keep it like
answer?
that, no,
no.
any answers
So
that I
any
get right
any
should
question
count
she
as
get
two
right.
points
Listen,
because it's two guys
I
to
just said I was
one
proud.
girl.
KD,
Come
Now
on
we
now,
gotta
let's
throw
make
this shit
this
away.
fair.
KD, what's being lost in translation is
Uh-uh.
what's being lost in
That's a
translation
good
is
point.
the person who wins picks a number and the person in the comment wins,
Right.
I
which is
know
a
that,
woman.
but we are talking about on a competitional level as far as male female. If we're gonna go with that, which T always makes a point. Come on now, you got to get it for us now. Like it's a male thing. I'm just saying, my answer should count
It's
as 2
always
points.
a male thing. This is fucking.
Well then, my answer should
Oh
count as 2
my
points.
God.
Women, it's always a competition. What are we doing?
Yeah, well, if we did that, then you would automatically be the winner straight from the gate.
No, we wouldn't. KD could beat both of us if she uses the thing that she just.
I'm fighting for one woman, so my answer should count as 2 points.
That's bullshit.
It's true.
Well, what I'll do is, since it's always so uneven, like, well, 2 men, and I mean the points add up to the same because it's
That's
1
what
point,
I'm
1
saying.
point, 1 point. But I do always leave Katie by herself, fending for herself when I do these games.
Well,
so I'll think of something
that
special.
right there. Next time,
Right.
one of y'all brave ladies in the chat can come on and help Katie out.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's
My
what we'll do.
bestie can come. I mean, I have discussed
That's
this
what
with
we'll do.
Ebony. I have
She
discussed this
needs
with
y'all.
Ebony.
Help her
And
out.
she will come
Yeah,
on.
that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. All right. Now, I'm intensely sensitive. If done right, it will be more sensually delicious than ticklish. I surround the penis and the vagina, and I am sweetly erogenous. Soft kisses, licks, and even a simple touch can make the spine explode. What am I?
You the John, like
Now, John can be anything.
This nigga went,
John
he went
can be.
straight Philly.
Y'all
Yo,
taught me some Philly talk.
Aisha,
John is
he went
anything.
straight Philly. He said you the
I ain't
John.
lying.
We went straight
I ain't
Philly because
lying.
you the
Straight
John.
Philly.
I don't know the circle. I don't know.
Can I take a guess, man?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want to say here.
Mm-mm.
What is it?
It's something around the yams.
That's what I'm saying. What
All right, it's sun around a penis.
That's
So
around
yeah.
the too.
It's the V spot,
The
the
V spot.
thigh crease, the
Okay.
V spot.
All right.
All right.
I got to tie this joint up, man.
Tie this joint up so we can.
Oh, I don't even know what the tiebreaker going to be, but all right, let's get it. T, we are soft
Comments.
and sensitively delicious. When we get real tight when enticed. Let me start over. I'm sorry because I messed that up.
Yeah.
We are soft and sensitively delicious. We get real tight when enticed. Softly cup me and lick me, and I will start to build up the sweetest nectar. What am I?
This is crazy.
Oh! I just knew this was like gonna be super easy for you.
Come on, T. You got this.
Oh my God. I said like 2.
You can't repeat it.
There you
No,
go.
I'm
got
not.
this,
I'm
T.
just saying I said like 2 words to give it away.
All right, Hondo. You didn't listen.
I would say something to you, but I'm not. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna let you rock.
Oh my God. So all right, T, you don't know it. Anybody else want to take a wild guess?
The clitoris.
Mm-mm.
No, it's
The
not that.
nuts.
I said we.
The nut sack.
First of all, my nuts don't get tight, man.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nut sack.
My nuts
But it
don't
builds that nut.
Okay,
sack.
well maybe
Don't get
yours
tight.
don't. Yours maybe don't get tight, right? But still, if a woman softly cups you or licks you, you start to build up the nectar.
So what's the name of it?
Balls.
What's the real name for it,
Scrotum.
ladies?
Testicles. Hell, the nut sack. I got it right. I said nut sack.
You ain't get that point though.
I know I didn't. But that's all right. I knew the answer.
All right, so we gotta break this tie,
We
East.
got a tie. We got a
Gotta break this
tie.
tie.
Okay, that should have been the tiebreaker right there.
How? Both of y'all got 2. Come on, Hundo.
I know. I'm saying because I answered that question, but I'm gonna
You
let
don't
that
get a
ride.
point for nobody's question.
That could have been the tiebreaker. You could have asked either one of us if we knew that. But
How have been top?
that's for next go
Still had a
round.
question left.
Oh.
All right. So I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 50.
69.
The person who guesses
Your mom corrupt.
the number that's closest
3, 4, 5. I don't fucking
will
know.
win.
14.
44.
She is magic number 44. That's
Oh,
it.
fuck.
She hit it right on the nose.
I feel like this game has been culturally biased.
Yeah, that's culturally biased. I feel like we've been colluded. We should be asked
Just
a question.
because I won.
No, we should be asked a question about the erogenous zone.
Right.
Just because I won.
Pull out one more question, Ish.
One more.
And we got to
won
answer
already,
that.
Nell.
That number shit is.
Wait.
What's
wrong
not.
with the number? What's wrong with the
I
number?
guess
That ain't no
I
real.
guess
That ain't no.
Yeah, we gotta have.
That's always the
I guessed
tiebreaker.
it. No, I guessed it. Had Nell guessed it, it would have been fine. I
No, it
guessed
wouldn't
it.
have been. We need a question. Let's
You
ask one
agreed
more
to it
nasty
before.
question. Let it know.
You
All right,
already
that-
agreed to it. I won.
Agree to
I'm not answering a
guessing
question.
the number.
I won.
Hold on. When did Nell agree to guessing the number?
Because he
When
guessed
did he
a
agree to
number.
that?
Because he guessed a number, 14.
Well, because
And when
that
he
was
guessed that number.
Yeah, only because like I wasn't going to search for another question and I wasn't prepared with another tiebreaker question. We never have tiebreakers, y'all.
5 minutes in the yard, Ish.
Y'all know it's right, but each go on and get the toilet paper out and ask the question for them, so they can wipe the tears.
It's going to take me too long to
you
figure out
Katie,
the question.
You good, Katie? Congratulations.
Katie, you gotta pick somebody. I was proud
All right.
of you until you said you needed 2 points for every question, but go ahead.
All right, Katie. We got 17 names tonight. So you select between 1 and 17 a number, and that person will win a prize.
Between 1 and 17, let's go with, I'm going to take Nell's number 14.
No, almost made me choke.
Why?
Because why you gotta take Nell's number?
Well, I mean, because that's the number he gets, so I just say 14.
Are you sure you want to go with that number?
Yes, she do. Thank you.
So
Why
I'm
not?
gonna. Are you sure? Because it's the perfect number.
She said it was 14.
No,
Tell them what you won. Tell them what number 14 won, Ish.
Number 14. Well, you know, I never say what they win, but number 14 is Ebony.
Let's go, Ed.
Ebony.
See?
Yep. So that
And
was
I
the
had no way
perfect
of
guessing
knowing
of
that.
number. Nope.
I
Look
had
at
no
that.
way of knowing that.
Yeah.
What up, shout out.
Yes, Ebony. So just text me, Ebony. So text me your address and stuff, and you will get something fun and sexy.
Thank Nell.
Come
He
on,
gave
guys.
me the
Don't look
winning
so
number.
defeated. Yes.
Now, congratulations to Katie. Congratulations to Ebony.
Just give me my 5 minutes.
Thank you, guys.
when you're ready.
Thank you, guys. Okay, so I need a T-shirt made that says she won.
No.
Not gonna happen.
Y'all gotta give her a T-shirt.
Never gonna happen.
She won.
Not gonna happen.
Never gonna happen.
You won 1 out of 82
I
games.
carry
Not
this
gonna
trophy
happen.
until next go
You
round.
won 1 out of 82 games. It's not gonna happen.
What's the word again? My shit feels abandoned. What's the word again? What's the F word again? My
Frangulum.
feels abandoned. Never gonna
Frangulum.
happen.
I'm gonna use the word of the month is frangulum. The word of November is frangulum. We are getting acquainted with my frangulum.
I cannot. I cannot.
You taught me something new, Ish.
All right. Well, that wraps up the Uncensored Minds Goes Dirty.
All
Ebony,
right.
congratulations. Make sure I get your address.
Congratulations,
Thanks, guys, for being
Congratulations,
such good
Ebony.
sports.
Congrats, ladies.
Yes, yes.
Listen, come on, Prophet. You did
I'm
good.
proud of y'all, man.
Hmm.
I'm
She think
I'm
it's a
I
setup.
surprised
He gonna
myself.
knock me out. It's all
Definitely
good.
set up. Congrats, ladies.
Oh boy, let's get it real quick. Let's run
Yes.
this 60 and 60 in real quick before we get up out of here. So, as y'all know, this is Sunday, the end of the week. Um, Last games of the docket in the NFL. Hopefully, your team won today. So we're going to start off with the Atlanta Falcons beating up on the Carolina Panthers in overtime, 37-34, to improve their record of 4-4. They actually sit atop of their division right now. So the Atlanta Falcons are at top in their division right now where they stand at. The Cowboys beat up on the Chicago Bears 49-29, improving their record to 6-2. Also, the Dolphins beat the Lions to improve their record to 5-3. The Saints beat the Raiders 24-0. Helen's team and Lady B's team, as they always affectionately known as the New England Patriots, beat the Jets 22-17, and the Eagles. They improved their record. They keep on rolling, as we know. Got a lot of Eagles fans here, 35-13 to improve the record to 7-0. They keep chugging on along. And tonight's game, the Buffalo Bills beat I can't even talk, beat the Packers 27-17. If you're looking forward to tomorrow night's game, Monday night's game, you got Cleveland T's team playing Cincinnati Bengals on 8:30 p.m. on Monday nights. I can't even talk.
I'm not looking forward to it because we still don't have our quarterback yet. So
Shout outs to the Philadelphia Phillies and the Houston Astros. They are battling in the World Series right now. It's tied 1-1. They come back to Philadelphia for a 3-game set starting tomorrow. Hopefully, the Philadelphia Phillies can win these next 3 games to take the World Series and beat those mighty Atlanta. I mean, who am I thinking about? The Houston. I'm talking about Atlanta. The Houston Astros to take their World Series. So hopefully, we will have a parade here soon, people, with the Philadelphia Phillies representing all of America right now. We've seen a map that said the Phillies had all of America except for Texas. So
right.
their support. As y'all know, don't forget to watch Game 7. It will be on what day this week, T?
Thursdays, man.
Thursdays at 7 p.m. Then you got us right before that. The duo here on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. for Telemade Kicks. And then you got the 4 of us again on Sundays for
This week on Telemade Kicks is the Final Four face-off. So all those who love that game, show up and show out and vote, ladies. Don't be scared to pick a shoe. I know y'all get, just pick a shoe.
Absolutely. Then I know T shares the same sentiments. Also, Chris and Zach, when we say thank you to all the guests that came on this month to show their sneakers. Shout outs to Marilyn, shout outs to Angela. Y'all have been great guests. We implore anybody to come on the show and show us their kicks. KD, we want you to come on the show and show us something.
I don't have kicks.
It could be.
I don't have kicks. I mean, I'll be happy to come on the show, but I'll be of no use. I can get some of my son's kits and show them to you. He got plenty.
That'll work. Shout outs to your son
he has plenty.
Shout outs to your son as well. He popped a question to his young lady, and they will be forging a union soon. So we seen that the other day. Shout outs to that again. Shout outs to Barb and her peoples over there. Her grandson celebrated his first birthday, which is a great accomplishment yesterday. Carmel celebrated her birthday yesterday. Janine celebrated birthday last week or this week. So we got a lot of people doing some great, amazing things. Also, Barb is on.
Last week was my brother's birthday.
Big Mike. Absolutely, we started the week off with Mike actually, and we ended the week with these young ladies and our young guy celebrating his first birthday. So shout outs to everybody out there for doing some positive things. November It's going to be another great month. This time is moving by fast. We got daylight savings time coming up next week, people. So
Oh
set
yeah.
your clocks back Saturday, because if you don't, you might come in on our show an hour late. Time goes back. So we'll lose an hour, but we'll gain an hour of sleep. Lose an hour of daylight, but gain an hour of sleep. So remember to set your clocks back next week. And always, you can catch all of us doing our thing, either be it Wednesday night, Thursday night, Sunday night, Raw Honey, Telemade, KD on the Move, Friday Night Lights, whatever. You can catch us all doing it and go big.
Shout out to Diana for the yellow pages. And the rest of y'all can put your topic suggestions on the UnCensored Minds Facebook page. So keep those rolling in. Shout out to all my co-hosts for doing a beautiful job tonight. I'm giving out.
You know what? I'm so excited
He's giving out
we got
flowers.
great news, right? Aren't we so excited? I remember like a couple weeks ago, we was praying, and we're gonna keep on praying, but I'm just so happy when people get great news like that. So shout outs to for pushing through. Shout outs to Maryland for bringing up the awareness of what October represents for breast cancer awareness. Also, shout outs to Tara for always being a big domestic violence advocate, always spreading awareness throughout the Uncensored Minds family, through the Friday Night Light family, and through all our families. When it comes to domestic violence, those things were heavy presences in the month of October. As we transition to November, there's other awarenesses that we will be touching on as well. But we wanted to make sure that we pay respects to those dealing with, going through, and or survived or lost their lives due to breast cancer. Remember, ladies, please, regardless of what month it is, it could be October, it could be December, it could be February. Go get your tatas checked, do these self-examinations. If you scared to touch it, let your man touch it.
Or me.
I ain't say me. I don't want to get in trouble. Sharing to give breast exams. And just make sure y'all out there getting checked. And not just check the tatas, men also, let's go get our prostates checked. Ladies, do all the self-examinations that you need to do on your body, just to make sure we rid ourselves of anything that can be a hindrance to us in the future. Again, shout outs to everybody that's going through any, hardships, difficult times, loss of a loved one, and or just whatever. Where our prayers are with you. We continue to support you. Be here next week for another great episode of Uncensored Minds, episode 104. Wednesdays again, 8 p.m. Thursdays, 7 p.m. And us here at Uncensored Minds at 9 p.m.
All
right,
everybody straight, everybody good.
Everybody straight, everybody good.
All
Okay.
right, y'all
You guys have a great week.
I want to talk about some weed late anyway.
have a great week. What Angela saying?
We late anyway.
Why we late?
Come on, Angela. Don't be calling us out, girlfriend. We know it, though.
Give us a break.
We black.
Y'all love us, though.
You can't show up
Y'all
nowhere.
love
Facts.
If we say 9 o'clock, that means 9:45.
CP time.
I ain't getting out the bed till 9 o'clock. You get ready for a party.
But thank
Getting
y'all
the shower at
seriously for holding
9:30.
us out
Putting my
every
clothes
week.
on at 9:40, arriving at the party at 11.
That's right.
Everybody here be done sweated out by then now.
Yeah, they got their plates ready. Yup.
Yeah, pretty
I'm
much.
that guy. I come in just like, yo, what's up?
Slide through.
Y'all,
everyone.
Y'all have a great week this week.
Peace.
Adi.
Out.